money yesterday when her classes didn't sell like they usually do. We're going to talk about it all today. What's good, money getters? What's good? Happy Monday, money getters. It's your girl, the mommy money getter, but you can call me MMG. And I'm back with another bomb ass, real ass, raw ass. Let me stop cursing. I know I don't curse like that, but sometimes it just makes sense. But I'm back again like I never left. And I'll be back all this week with lots of lives. Now, I want you guys to let me know because I got a lot of hot topics to discuss. I got Cardi B to discuss. I have, we'll be discussing Peach because you know she's always with the foolery. So we'll probably be discussing her all week. Um, I have Cardi B to discuss. I have Saweetie to discuss. I have a lot of different things or hot topics that I want to discuss, and I'm not sure how I should play it. Um, should I do one hot topic show, or should I do them individually? And I'll also put that poll on my community wall to see where you guys are at with it. If you just want different lives, because I'll be going live all day today. I'm getting my hair braided, so I'm sitting for a while, and I ain't got nothing better else to do but come to YouTube. Plus, um, I'm about to get these watch hours up. So thank you guys for coming in and hitting that like button for your girl. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna let a few more of you guys come on in, come on in, come on in. I don't like repeating myself, and I don't like to keep on talking about the same thing, just being repetitive. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our welcome. So welcome, welcome. Please say hello so I know who's in here with me. All right, I see 6 of you coming right on in and hitting that like button. You guys are ready to discuss Peach, I see. You know what? One thing about Peach, she brings all the boys to the yard. And her life ain't better than yours. Real talk. Um, I'm let's just say this. This is not gonna be a bash and Peach session. This will be another riveting, enlightening, okay? A big sister to little sister. And sometimes when we keep it real, it may come off a little harsh. It may come off a little harsh, but we're keeping it real and we're being honest and we're offering advice. That's what we are doing. We are not being mean. We are not plotting on her downfall. We're not going to insult. We're not going to act like we're better than because, listen, I done blew through some money. I done made some poor business decisions, and that's why I could talk like I talk, all right? Because I've learned, all right? And I just feel like Peach, she doesn't listen. She refuses to listen, right? It's like she gets some kind of joy out of uh and I knew somebody like this. I knew somebody like this in life. I know people like this in life. It's like no matter how many times I'm just gonna keep banging my head, boom, 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 boom. Just keep walking through the same door, trying to open it, and it's locked. Bam, close it in my face. No matter how many times God blesses her, and how much money she gets, it's like falling into her lap. She's not learning. Hey sis, what's good with you? Thanks for tuning in. Yo-yo's in the house. Yo, why you ain't been live? What you been up to? Yo, I seen you out and about with your fam, and I'm glad that you are taking a little breaky break. I'm glad that you are, making some time to step away from this YouTube madness, because we need to do that sometimes, right? We need to get refocus our efforts and our energies. And Yo is such a major uh, influencer in this Peach McIntyre streets and this Peach McIntyre sector. She's one of the big ones. So when she goes live, everybody's on her channel. Like, and I'm telling you, they're tuned in. I don't care how many hours did you go last time, sis? Like 8. They're tuned in the whole 8 hours. They are not playing because Yo knows how to do this thing, right? Thank you, Cancer 66, for tuning in. How you doing? How's your day going? I hope everybody's enjoying their Monday. I did a little motivation live earlier today. I'm trying to stay motivated. How I stay motivated is by coming on here and motivating you all. Plus, I pray, I read my Bible, and I do a little self talk. Um, I'm grateful for all the people in my life who encourage me and reassure me. That helps. But when it comes to being motivated, you got to do it for yourself, right? So I hope you all are reminded today that you can do whatever you want and you can have whatever you want. If Peach could come on here and act a fool, why not you? And that's what I'm saying. She said, people are just jealous of me. Why are people so jealous of me? Listen, you'd be a fool to be jealous of Peach because Peach has nothing of value. And when I say nothing of value, I'm talking about, and again, this is not to put Peach down. When I say nothing of value, I mean when it comes to her morals, right? When it comes to how she treats the people who support her, her values. That's what I mean. What guides her. And it's not even money. It's not even money because if so, why does she keep on messing up her own bag? Like, I have never seen somebody mess up their own bag the way Peach does. Peach, I hope you listen to this. Like, really listen. Girlfriend, homegirl, like, you didn't listen to your mama about wood. You won't listen to the to people who try to tell you and try to steer you in the right direction. Like, you don't even care if you lose it all. And I hate that for you. You'll be live later. You needed a break. I know that's right. I know that's right. But you put the work in, so you deserve it. Yeah, you would do great. I'm gonna be watching you later and tuning in. Um, but yeah, so um, Peach came live for like 15 minutes yesterday. I'm gonna play some of it and so you guys can hear it. I'm gonna see if a few more people. I'm gonna start playing it and really chatting about it at the about the 10-minute to 15-minute mark. I just want to welcome you all in and thank each and every one of you who have been showing up during my lives and who have subscribed to my channel. Um, if you're not subscribed to my channel now, go ahead and do so. I've been switching it up. I don't really have a rhyme or reason over here. Um, as I get more subscribers, I will start branching off. That's probably what this channel will be like, my flagship, because I think I might make a reactor channel because it just keeps coming up that I like reacting to different things. I'm gonna try to stay away from politics, but I enjoy people watching as a whole. I don't know if any of you are people watchers. It's more than gossiping to me. It's just more like I feel like I want to talk about that. Like, why would you respond this way? Why do you act like this in life? Like, you don't have a reason to do that, and it just grinds my gears, you know. So I be want to talk about it. Hey, Roxy, Roxy Rocks is of another creator in the Peach Mcintyre sector, and she's been keeping her foot on Peach's neck. Peach says a lot of different things that trigger people. She say things that really she shouldn't say. It's like she is hell bent on hurting people like she's been hurt. Um, she said that her mother was her first bully. I feel like her mother has a lot of love for her. I feel like her mother um, probably made a lot of mistakes, probably did say a lot of the things that Peach has said that she said to her. I wasn't there. Her mother says no, she didn't say those things, but um, none of us are perfect. And whatever she did or she didn't do, Peach slipped through the cracks. Okay? If she was a good mom and she didn't say that, Peach slipped through the cracks. Because something wrong. Something is wrong with girlfriend. Um, and I hope that's the reason behind it. But I feel like the way she plans, plots, and strategizes, I don't feel like it's anything mentally wrong with her. I feel like it's more so emotional. I feel like she's been through a lot of trauma. You like putting your 2 cents into? I was always the one, always talking in class. I would be the one doing my homework or doing my work, and my teacher would say, "You know what, Charity? You know what I don't like about you? You always talking. You're always talking to the other kids, but you do your work. Like you're doing your work and you're talking and running your mouth. But the other kids, they put their pencil down and they stop what they're doing and listen to what you're saying." And I've been that way ever since. Like, um, I had one of my page and I put overly opinionated. I think it was called the overly opinionated something or other. I don't know. But I have my other channel, the emotional intellect. I haven't really been over there. I'm trying to get 50 followers. I only have like 23. So if you go to my this channel's homepage, you can scroll to the bottom, and I also have that channel. So please support over there and go over there and start liking the shorts. I have a few videos over there. You might want to check them out. But that channel, I'll be giving out more so live lessons. I have a story that's coming up, and I was like really reticent to tell it, but I'm gonna tell it now that I am retired. I'm officially retired, so I can be over here with all the shenanigans in the world. Okay, I got nothing but time on my hands, like real time. So follow up, Mr. Mulatto. What's good? You back for a second time today? Ryan has been showing up for me. I appreciate that, Ryan. Bro, I love you in the chat. Um, Guys, if you're not following some of these creators that's in the chat right now, you should be. They have excellent content. Everybody whose name I called out in this live, they have fantastic content. They're super supportive and they appreciate all of their followers. They don't have you in their chat and you're just chatting and they don't respond or acknowledge you. They do acknowledge their followers and their chat. And I love that about them. Definitely a day one. You one of my day ones too. I've had subscribers, but my supporters, um, you are one of my day ones. Yo-Yo's one of my day ones. And I feel like, we're more like a family now. Like we have each other back. We're there. Like if you go live, if one of us are going live, they're gonna see familiar faces. So with that being said, guys, I'm glad we're all having a good Monday. If you're not, uh, get to it. Go do some self-talk. Go in the bathroom if you're at work. Go cry, go pray, whatever. Don't stay in a rut, because that's how depression starts getting set in and all of that. Don't even do that. We're about to talk about Peach. Yes, he is solid. So let me go to Peach's page so you guys can listen to this last live, and we're gonna react to that. Again, fair use allows me to go ahead. I don't know the law, but I'm just repeating what I heard Yo-Yo and I heard other people say. I guess I get to comment on it. We're not bullying her. We're not going to go over there and harass her. We're just commenting on this human behavior, guys, because we don't want to raise peaches, right? This is the opposite of how we want to raise our children, right? Number one. Number two, we want to learn from her. She likes coming to YouTube. She said this is her real life. She puts it all out there. Um, and so we don't all have to be in agreement with her, right? We don't all have to be fans of hers. We don't all have to approve of her. We can have something to say about it, especially if she's attacking other people. Peach doesn't have a problem with attacking children, black women, uh, low income people. She doesn't have an issue with attacking anyone or anything that she wants to attack. And as such, we can we can dispute that. We can have an opinion as well regarding her behavior. Hopefully, one day she'll wake up and open her eyes. I don't know. But in the interim, in the meantime, we're going to discuss this so that people who watch her will have a second opinion. They'll have the opposite. They'll have another side to look at, because unfortunately, a lot of people follow her and they are willing to go to bat for her and they follow everything that she says. It's crazy. I don't see how anybody could watch her and approve of anything that she does or say or find anything good about what she does. And the reason why I say that is because She told a mother who just lost her child recently, I don't give a F if you lost your child. I don't give a F about you. She says black women, we do is tear each other down. That's not true. I got plenty of black women in this chat right now. She has plenty of black women who have bought her classes, who have supported her for the last 5 years, and who take up for her. So why would you say that? Now, why would you group a whole race of women into something so derogatory when you have seen and you have felt the support from many black women? You've had more support from black women than you had received from anybody else, but you would down us. So we're not going to let that happen at all. Sorry. Sorry. If you have a problem with that, then I suggest you go somewhere else, because I'm not going to be accepting any insults from you all. I don't come on here to insult anybody. If somebody puts something out in the blogosphere, if it's on YouTube, I can comment on it. The law says I can, and it says I can have an opinion on it. It's no different than news. It's no different than what you see on television. So don't hold me to a higher standard, because that's not happening. Oh, this live stream is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance made for fair use, is for entertainment, research, and reacting purposes only. Thank you, Yo-Yo. You know what? I used to watch her gambling channel too, Ryan. I used to like to watch her when she was shopping and stocking up her pantry. I used to watch her. You know, I told you guys before that I used to I used to buy promo from Peach. That's how I discovered her. Like, I was starting off on Facebook as a content creator, and I was making money on Facebook, and other content creators was like, go to Peach, take Peach's class. And that's all I was hearing was Peach, Peach, Peach. But I never watched her content, didn't even know who she was or what she looked like. And then one day, she came across my timeline, and she was offering a promo for like $11, real cheap, on her community wall. And then in that, she offered like YouTube guidance and all of that for $11. So I was in her YouTube group and all of that. She never showed up to the group, maybe like one time. So you were just in the group, winging it with the other people. So, um, and then another time she ran that same promo, and I sent her the money. And guess what? I was like, oh, I didn't see my post go up. Why she refund me my money? I was like, okay, I won't be buying anything from her. But I did, foolishly. I did buy one more class. And when I tell you, she was in there talking about, this is what she said: write something out and then tear it up. And then I think you were supposed to burn it. I don't know. But that felt creepy to me. I let her keep my $40, and I did not go to that class again. I was like, oh no, you do something different. You're a part of something else. So I don't know if people are aware that she engages in that type of stuff, but that's not who I am or what I'm about. So I couldn't do it. You cried yesterday. Why did you cry, Roxy? You was in her chat yesterday. Ryan, Ryan said, you know what they constantly talking about, Peach? Let me see what they're talking about. It's your daughter's birthday, Roxy. Happy heavenly birthday to her as well. I'm sorry for your loss. I know that taking care of your grandchildren and being able to be a part of their lives means so much to you, And I'm glad that her children have you to care about them. I'm glad that um, they have you to depend on. Yeah, when she wasn't so crazy. But hey, Smooth, you back again? You on your lunch break, or are you off from work? Smooth was with me this morning. Ryan and Smooth was in my chat early this morning. Thanks, guys, for tuning in again. I think I think it was a combination of things with Peach. I think that really, honestly, I think a lot of the reactions get to her. Um, she tries to act like it doesn't, but I think that it gets to her, but she doesn't understand. there are so many people that come onto social media. Like somebody asked me before, how do you handle the negative reactions? I don't usually have a negative reaction to what I look like or any of my content. Usually, what happens is if I say something that somebody disagrees with, then they'll have a problem with that. That's the only issue I've ever had on social media is somebody didn't like something that I said. And they'll sometimes they'll have strong disagreements with me, and sometimes they'll get to the point when they start insulting me. And that's why I came up with my channel, not for that reason, but I have a channel, the emotional intellect, because a lot of these adults don't have emotional intelligence. They can't handle their feelings. They can't handle disappointments. They can't handle disagreements. Like you got grown people out here willing to fight, willing to take your life because you disagree with them. And that's just crazy. We saw it happen last week with Charlie Kirk. We don't really know the details or the real motive behind why the person took his life, but we do know a lot of people are saying that a lot of his rhetoric was probably offended somebody, right? So, but people should be able to say what they want to say, but without offending others, without, and when I say offending others, I mean like focusing on race, focusing on looks, insulting people intentionally. Sometimes your opinion may be different, but as long as you're not trying to just tear somebody down or rip them apart, you should be able to say what you want to say. Because words do hurt, right? And I feel like with Peach, she has come on here and said so many things to tear her mother down. She didn't expect that. People, I don't know why she didn't expect this, but people love their mama. People love them some mama, okay? Your mama could be a crackhead. Your mama could do some of everything to you, and people will still love their mama. Even if they don't want to deal with their mama, they won't disrespect their mama. And so for her to come on and disrespect her mother and call her all types of names, that's when she really went left. When she came on live and started disrespecting her mother the way she did. It also rubbed people the wrong way because here you have this husband that we see who is not really working and who you say has put hands on you, who you say has cheated on you, and you don't do that to him. You still deal with him, right? So yeah, it's a lot. But I think that what happened with her is um, she's on social media every day. She's trying to steadily chase these social media checks. That's a lot of pressure on her because a lot of people who do social media, if the wife does it, then the husband still works. Or sometimes the husband and wife would tag team it together. Wood won't even help her do the social media. He watches the kids. He cooks the mustard fried chicken. He gives her what she needs when she needs it. But he's not really trying to be on camera. And that's cool too. But most of the time when from the creators that I've seen, when the wives start making it big, when they start getting those big checks, hubby be like, you know what, let me come help you out. Let me quit my job and hold the camera or something. And that's how her and her husband Chance, they have a cologne out. Chance is has been in a lot of her content, and Chance and her actually have a podcast, I believe. So he has worked. You know, he's I think he was a police officer, and he has worked and supported his family. And so she says she did retire him. They don't have small children, but he's willing to be in the content and a part of the content. And I guess she's making millions of dollars, so it makes sense for him to be able to support his wife and reap the benefits of those rewards. But again, if you have a husband and he's not really helping you, um, and you got a lot of little kids to contend with, that's gonna be pressure. Ryan, to speak to what you asked, like what happened with her, Peach has had, since she's been on social media, Peach has been pregnant about 5 times. And as a woman, as a mother, I know from experience that carrying children um, can change your mental, right? Um, a lot of women go through postpartum depression, and Peach has not been able to take a break or really rest in between each pregnancy. I think it was 2001. She had wonderful. 2023, I mean 2002. She said 22. She said she was pregnant with twins, and she miscarried the twins. 2023, she had phenomenal, and December 2024, she had twins. And each time these kids have had NICU stays. These kids have been in NICU for a number of days. They have been sick. Um, and she's had to go back and forth between the hospital and staying at the hospital all day, probably worried and concerned about her children, and really never taking care of herself. Um, she has a bulging thyroid. That the thyroid could be the reason. Um, I don't know if she goes to the doctor or not. She doesn't discuss it. Um, she said that it wasn't cancerous and it was only a aesthetic. It was only aesthetically displeasing or something like that. So I don't know, but people I know who've had bulging thyroids, or basically what are they called, goiters, they've had to have them removed. So I don't understand what. Hold on. Okay, sorry. So I told you guys that I also, and I don't mind telling you guys this because I like sharing. Just as much as I like talking about people, I like sharing. I'm an oversharer. Um, but I have to have a biopsy and on my thyroid, and I don't even have anything that large. And they want to check it for cancer, so I can't believe her when she says her doctor said it's okay. Something that size is something that would need to be monitored often. And because of how large it is, a doctor would want to take that out so that it wouldn't turn into cancer and so that it wouldn't compromise her breathing or eating or when she sleeps. Something that large can very well do that. So I don't believe Peach when she says the doctor isn't concerned with that. So, I mean, I'm not her doctor, I'm not a medical expert, but from what I know about large goiters, they like to get rid of them and they like to get rid of your thyroid and start you on medication so that it doesn't become cancerous or become an issue. However, if you have a goiter like that, it can affect your equilibrium. You could become dizzy. It can cause you to have anxiety. It can cause you to feel off balance. So I'm not saying that that's the case with her, but it can happen. Um, Welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming in the door and hitting the like button. I appreciate you guys. Yes, Peach Smooth. um, Let me see. Let me go through my comments. If they got an issue, holler at you. Absolutely, Ryan. Oh, Smooth said if they got an issue, tell them to hire me, Ryan and Yo Yo. Absolutely. I know y'all got my back for sure. Um, that sounds evil. Cancer 66, that's what I'm saying. Real talk. Good afternoon, Crystal Coachman. Thank you for tuning in. She had posted a video with her daughter head looking like a troll. I just got my thyroid checked last week. It's normal. Excellent. Glad to hear that, Crystal. I have to have a biopsy. They checked my hormones. My doctor said my thyroid is working fine, because I thought that could probably explain my hot and cold flashes, my dizziness. He was like, "No, your thyroid is good. If you got all that going on, that's something else, because it ain't your thyroid." But when you get older, everybody has, you can develop nodules. So it's nothing to worry about because it's largely not cancer. But if they're a certain size, then your doctor may want to do a biopsy on it just to make sure. And it can still be monitored, but you always want to take due diligence to make sure you're good. And that's what I'm doing. But I'm glad to hear your thyroid is excelente. That's what's up. Hey, Laka Praveen Kumar. Hi, how are you? I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name. I'm just going to say Laka. Oh, you just watched Yo-Yo's blogs with the Reese's? Listen, I done gave up that narcotic, Yo-Yo. You going to have to chill with the snacks, for real. Yeah. Let me see. And her about to have to take a breath when she talks, right? That could be why. With it being that large, I'm not saying that it is. It could cause her to be short of breath because if you have something blocking your what is that? Your breathing, your esophagus. I don't know. It could affect how you breathe. Yeah, I don't. Crystal, you just had your thyroid check. You already know if you have a goiter, they want to check that out. They probably want to remove it. Somebody I knew personally, they had a goiter around that size, and they took it off. And I don't think it was even cancerous. They took it off because of how big it was, and so that it wouldn't create issues for them later. They removed it, removed their whole thyroid, and then after that, they had to be on thyroid medication for the rest of their life. Hey, Crystal's World. Thanks for tuning in. I'm laughing at Crystal saying she's a psycho. they they they're holding everything for review these days. All of a sudden, they're holding everything for review over here. How are you doing today, Crystal's World? Thank you for tuning in. Yes, everything is good. I hope everything is good with you as well. So I reached all of the comments and I got a good amount of you in here. So I'm going to go ahead and play that video and I'll be playing and stopping it and reacting to it like I always do. And you guys continue to chat and respond in the comments as well because we're going to break this down and put it all back together again. That's what we do over here. We respond. You come with it, we gonna come back at you. Don't play with us. Um, Let me see. Okay, here it is right here. Oh, content creator Sean the Great, he passed away because he was scared to get it removed. Oh no. Oh, you would listen to the live for me. It's very short. It's very short. It's not long at all. It's like 14 minutes. It's not that long. And the live isn't, it's a live she did yesterday. So it's not long at all. And what we're reacting to is Peach saying that she's going to stop teaching the classes. So I'll let her explain and then I'll react to that as well. But yes, like, you know what? We got to take care of ourselves and we got to pray about it that the God will guide the surgeons' hands and keep the surgeons and the doctors because they go to school for this knowledge, but they're still human. And every every time you go to them, they can give you the wrong medicine, they can give you the wrong advice, and you have to just advocate for yourself and pray to God that everything will work out fine. But you can't be too scared to get the treatment that you need. You just can't. You got to just pray about it and meditate and do what you need to do for you. But I'm sorry to hear that somebody was too scared to do what they needed to do for them and they lost their life. Um, that's why we react. That's why we talk about it so that somebody else listening. And Crystal says she had her thyroid check and she was fine. Don't be afraid of the results. If they catch them early, you will be good. But it's when you wait and when you don't get the test and when you don't go and see your doctor. Those are people who probably nothing can be done for them because they waited too long. So go and get your checkups. But here's Peach, guys.
You already know. This is Peach. And I'm biggity back, y'all. So Peach Patch. I sat here, I journaled for a moment, and then I consulted with my husband. And I made the decision to go ahead and
Right off top. Since when does she consult with Wood or listen to Wood? She said she journaled, then she consulted with her husband. Since when has it been a priority for her to listen to anything that Wood has to say? Like, Wood follows the beat of her drum. It's like the household is run according to Peach. Everything about their life and how they live and the things they do, going to Disney every weekend, dragging the kids, all 9 of the kids fresh out of the NICU to Disney. That's all Peach. I know, I can't believe that that man wants to go to Disney every weekend with those children like that. But I'll continue.
Quit goal setting with Peach. Before we even get started, I decided to quit just because the numbers aren't looking favorable to make it worth my time. And even when I looked into my analytics, the numbers didn't look favorable to make it worth my time live streaming. So I decided that I'm not doing goal setting with Peach. And some of y'all, I really enjoy y'all. I haven't seen y'all in a minute. Y'all haven't been awake with
45 orders. 45 orders? So you mean to tell me she has went from selling 800 tickets to her classes, 1,000 tickets to her classes to only 45 orders? Oh yeah, we're feeling that TikTok ban, aren't we? Oh, we're starting to feel it.
Peach. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna miss, seeing some of y'all. The numbers for me have to make sense. If the numbers don't make sense, I was wondering why I got a refund. So you got an email alert letting you know you got refunded. But yeah, for me, if numbers don't make sense, I'm a businesswoman. If numbers don't make sense,
Okay, let's stop you right there. If the numbers don't make sense and you're a businesswoman, but you insult your students, you insult your followers, the subscribers every day. And that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to argue with people when you're supposed to be going live with the intent of selling your classes. And you will spend an hour on live, hours on live, all day on live, arguing back and forth, indulging in negativity instead of doing what you're the intent of what you're supposed to do, and that's to sell your classes. Any business knows that. The customer is always right. You don't have customer service skills. So I don't get how you say you're a businesswoman, and if the numbers don't make sense, then you ain't been making sense, lady. You have not. You haven't made sense in a long time. You haven't made sense since made you. Y'all, I think I used all 3 versions of sense in that sentence. Let's continue.
I don't do it. And I already know myself. I'm like, this shit ain't worth my time. So before I try harder to generate a bunch of sales, I rather not. You're sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Wake Up with Peach is now $569 if you want to come to Wake Up with Peach. And
Girl,
I just got
girl, you can't even get 45 people to pay $21. What makes you think people are gonna pay 500 and something dollars to wake up with you? Keep it real. Like you just be saying anything.
two more sales for Wake Up with Peach. So the money I just made for Wake Up with Peach covers what I just refunded anyway. So I don't care. The numbers don't make sense. How much was the class? It was $21 plus the service fee, so it came up to $21.53. If I would have got 1,000 orders or even 800 orders, which is like my average, it would have been worth it. I feel like if I try again,
You average 800 ticket sales, 800 to 45. If that is showing, if that's not telling you something, I don't know what will. I mean, I could see if you had went from 1,000 to 800, or eight between the 800 and 1,000, and you went to like 500. It could mean that people are paying for their kids to get back to school. Money is probably low. The economy, you could blame it on any number of things. But when you go from 1,000 to 45, that's how much is that? Where my math students at? What percentage in that is that? I know that's got to be like, like what? 200,000%? I don't know. Let me stop. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit up here and make myself look stupid. Right, Mama Three. They're seeing through her BS.
I'll have to probably promote longer, like promote for 2 weeks, which I get the most sales when I'm live. live on TikTok. And since I can't go live on TikTok, it makes it even more challenging for me. So for me, it's like,
Pete, you get on here with your daughter's hair not being combed. You get on here and voluntarily let the world know your kids can't read. And then why would somebody want to come on and listen to you help them get their life together? You came on here and voluntarily let everybody know you got evicted. Oh no, people found out you got evicted. Okay? Why would anybody want to come and listen to you? When people did buy your classes, Peach, they were supporting you. It's a difference between somebody wanting what you have to sell and them supporting you. And what you want, what most creators want, is what you actually have or you had. You had it. And now it looks like you fumbled that bag. You had support. Right now, I have a lot of subscribers and I have few supporters. Supporters are the people that are going to come and listen to your lives and tune in your lives, even when you're boring, even when they don't agree with what you're saying, even when they don't really vibe with your topic that day. They're still going to come in your chat, say things, and make valuable comments and try to, like your stuff because they support you and they want to see you win. People weren't buying your classes because they thought you had anything of value to offer. They were paying for your classes because they didn't want to see you and your children evicted and on the street. And I don't know what you don't get about that. But instead, what did you do? You got on here and you start talking bad about your supporters. You started putting them down. You came at single mothers. I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom, Peach. You came at mothers who lost their children. You don't do stuff like that. I don't care how you feel. You don't do things like that. You watch what you say because yes, you have freedom of speech, but people also have the freedom to turn you off and not pay attention to you anymore, and that's what's happening. But let's let her continue to go off because she don't get it. I'm just hoping that one day she'll listen to one of us reactors. But
they said you got kicked off. Kicked off what? Are you back on TikTok? No, I'm not going back to TikTok at all. I won't be over there at all. You guys win. You guys can have that platform. Rock out with your cock out. A lot of you guys did purchase my TikTok with Peach class, so a lot of you will be successful over on that platform. Thank you. I gotta make it make sense. I get it. Gotta make it make sense. Yes, if the numbers don't make sense, I don't do it. Thank you. Hey. Yeah.
even if it didn't make sense, sorry about that, guys. If let me go back to what you were saying because I lost my thoughts. Sorry.
No, I wouldn't help you. I wouldn't give you any of my money. Everybody knows that. Just imagine asking somebody with 9 kids to help you out with you and your 3. That's crazy. I would never do such a thing. But I appreciate you. You know,
She would never help somebody, but she wants somebody to help her. Okay.
Miss you cuss you out. Hey Eddie on TikTok. It's a good thing though. Everything happens for your greater good. In the meantime, when it first happens, you don't typically get it. And honestly, I'm resilient, right? So I'm a resilient roach. So I could get on TikTok and blow up another page. I got 10 other TikTok pages that I made.
No, you can't. No, you can't get on TikTok and blow up another page. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the content creator Kaylee G, but she was banned from TikTok. And now what she does is she'll go on TikTok on other people's pages. And each time she does, I don't know if she's reported, I don't know what's going on, but they get her right off of there. So you can have as many pages as you want, Peach. TikTok is not dumb. It's people who make millions of dollars. TikTok is $1 billion platform, if not more than $1 billion. I don't know. They didn't get where they're at, and they don't have a platform as large as TikTok with millions of people on there not knowing how to prevent people like you from circumventing their system. Like, stop it.
However, I decided, you know what, in this season of my life, I'm not going anywhere where I'm no longer welcome. They don't want me on their platform. They blocked my server. Let's just forget about it. Even though I could get another one, all I gotta do is just trade the one I got in. I feel
Always,
like
always want to lie to herself and feel like she's smarter than the average bear. Resilient roach is more like it. Let me check out the comments. Thanks for sharing me out, Yo Yo. I appreciate you. Yeah, she thinks she's a celebrity. And that's exactly what she's being, is inconsistent, because if you are any type of business person, instead of you, what people do when their tickets are not selling, what do? They slash the price. Or you offer a 2 for 1, you offer something else and you keep promoting it. That's what you do. What would make you think that you're going to sell the same amount for the same BS classes every time, and you don't offer anything more? And you don't, like, if I can get that same class $21, and it's always going to be $21, I take it anytime. I can take that $21 class, because the next time you're going to give it. And when you go from $9 to $3 to $1, I'll just catch you when you go to $9. When you really hard up and you really want the sales, I'll wait, because I don't need your classes that bad. And most of all, you just got kicked off TikTok. You got banned from TikTok. You know, and she's gonna get more phones and more TikTok pages. I don't know why she would do that. Like she doesn't have a lot of ops and a lot of haters that's gonna, as soon as she makes that page, it's gonna start ringing the bell for TikTok. Like, look, here she is. In the meantime, she begging for people to shop her dang shop. Scheming. Exactly, Crystal. Exactly. Hey, Click Club. Thanks for tuning in. How are you today?
for me, it's not worth it. I was making the least amount of money on TikTok with content. But with sales on TikTok, I make a lot of money just sitting on live streams selling my own products. TikTok had been trying to convince me to do their new program that I've been refusing to do anyways, and I just
TikTok tries to get everybody to join TikTok Shop. She acts like they singled her out personally and wanted her to come do TikTok Shop. That's not what it was. Every month I get on my other TikTok page where I have my books sold at. I'm also an author. If you guys want to check out my books, go to my profile. Go to my link tree. It's a lot of steps, I know. Not really. If you're just on my homepage and you check out my profile, I have my link tree there. You can check out my Walmart storefront, my Amazon storefront. I've curated a lot of different deals and products that I love for my followers. And also, one of the products I sell is my books, so you can check those out. Um, as far as TikTok shop is concerned, if you are a business creator, they're going to because it's their platform. Why wouldn't they do that, right? If you have your own website and you have people coming to your website, you're going to collect emails, and then, or you had clients before, you're gonna um, email market to them, right? That's all it is email marketing. Nobody called Peach up and said, hey, you need to get up on TikTok Shop if you're going to be selling those classes. No, they sent her emails and said, um, this is available to you, because they've done it with me. And it wasn't forced or anything like that. But if you are a business and you are selling on there, best believe it goes the same way for Facebook, any of them. If you are a business, you're going to be treated differently. Why would TikTok allow you on their page to sell and make money? She was doing good that she was able to make the money and go live. Because usually when you're selling on a platform, they slow your algorithm all the way down, because they do want your money to pay for using their platform. It's their platform. Why would they let you use their platform for free to make money off of them? But she don't respect the game. She don't respect the game. When it comes to life, life is a hustle, okay? It's a hustle, number one. And if somebody knows a shortcut, it's worth it to pay them to teach you so you don't have to go through all the hoops learning what they know. And that's why people were willing to pay her. People don't care about uh falling asleep with you or waking up with you. They don't care about goal setting with you. They want to know how can they make money like you make. And that's the class you need to teach. And if you was a businesswoman, supply and demand. My fans, my subscribers want to get like me. They want to know how I'm getting to the bag. Let me hold a class once a month. Let me charge everybody $50 once a month and let me promote it throughout the month. Let me spend my time going live once or twice a week and promoting. Let me keep continuing to push my content. Let me place ads. Let me put promos on my community wall until I so that I can get 1,000 sales, maybe even more. Maybe you hold 3 classes one day out the month, 2-3 hours a piece, and you sell those classes $50 a piece. And what did you do? You made $150,000 a month. But whatever. But she's a businesswoman. She knows better. You keep giving out classes. You keep doing the same classes. First of all, you watering yourself down. That's number one. You keep going up and down with the prices. People know it's going on sale. I know how the stores work. I've worked retail before. I know how sales work. Period. When they're ready to roll out the new product, the old product goes on sale. When the seasons change, the old product goes on sale. You got the same product all year long. You don't have anything updated. You don't have anything new. Okay, first of all, you're not teaching people nothing anyway. You got your own website. How about a spend the day with Peach? People like listening to you. Give them something exclusive that they don't get. Don't go live on TikTok. Don't go live on Facebook. That's how people want to spend time with you and be able to ask you questions and be able to talk to you and be in your energy for whatever reason. I wouldn't pay for it, but many of her followers would. She has a lot of people that would pay for that. So instead of going live and using Facebook and TikTok, how about you use your own website and you sell your tickets over there and your content is just your promotion. That's what content creators do. That's how they influence. That's what social media marketing is for those of you who are listening. And Peach.
That I've been refusing to do anyways, and I just started teaching about it. So I feel like it's for the best. Um, you'll still see my videos on Facebook. Y'all watching me on Facebook and YouTube. We got 391 of you guys watching me on YouTube, 648 you guys watching me on Facebook. No big deal. I'll still be around.
But YouTube don't want you. Check out these comments. Your content be full of lies and scams, and when you keep lying to people, your light would dim. Another user. Peachwood don't GAF. You ain't discussed nothing with that man. Just continue paying paying him his allowance. Somebody else said, bye, Big Bertha. Another user. Yeah, y'all stop asking for her help. She got 9 kids and pregnant. Another user. Are you pregnant again? I don't know. I didn't want to say it because you're not supposed to ask a woman if they're pregnant or suggest that they're pregnant unless they say it themselves. But I don't know. That's what my topic was going to be at first. Like, is she really pregnant? Usually when people say, oh, Peach is pregnant, I'll be like, that fool ain't pregnant again. I know she too smart to be pregnant again. And every time I was wrong. So let me see. Somebody said, may you post some real content because this ain't it. Somebody else said, people are paying $500 to wake up with this girl. Somebody else, another commenter says, I thought wasn't no karma from you saying that to the lady about her son. Somebody else says, watching your mom's channel made me come back to watching your channel again. I don't care what anyone says about your mom. She seems to be cool as blank to me. Somebody else says, I got banned from TikTok for using words and hashtags that were banned. I had over 6K followers. I'm homeless. I was planning on using that to get off the streets. I haven't been having luck on YouTube. I thought it was okay to use this word. How do you continuously be successful at starting over after you get banned? Um, so over here on YouTube, they don't play with Peach. They never have played with Peach. She's always, um, even before she got real negative, people have always been very they have been very judgmental and critical. Well, not judgmental, but critical of her, because Peach would, come on camera without her hair comb, just doing anything. And so she's always faced a lot of ridicule from YouTube. And YouTube users have always been on her top real heavy. So she liked TikTok because she got a better response. And people over on TikTok seem to gel with her a lot better. And she was able to sell better over there. So, and plus, she kept getting away with all of her negativity. I guess behind the scenes, she had been warned. If you've been warned, why would you keep doing it? Why would you keep doing it? But you're a good businesswoman. And that's why I say you can't go by what people say. You got to go by what they do. And their life will tell the truth all the time. If I'm going to buy something from somebody, I'm going to gauge their success, and I'm going to see how they treat people and how they act. I'm not going to want to do business with you even if you are successful just by the way you act. She only works out when she is pregnant backwards. Right. It does seem like that, yo yo. Hi, Joanna Hall. How are you? Am I wrong to be concerned about choice online dancing? Peach's words, not mine. Right. I didn't see that, so I don't know. Somebody else said that they did see that. Um, a lot of people are concerned about choice anyway. We haven't seen choice. When's the last time we've seen choice? Like, when have we seen choice? Like, look at her content. We've seen the twins. We've seen phenomenal. We've seen wonderful being dropped off at daycare. We've seen amazing and gorgeous, and I know all their names. That's sad, because I don't even know all my family's kids' name. Mcintyre and Greg. We've seen everybody. When's the last time we've seen Choice? When's the last time you've seen Choice? I haven't seen Choice. Is Choice still in the home? Because we have not seen Choice, and nor have we seen anything about him going to school, the picking him up. Because I do know this: if you're special needs, you can have the bus pick you up, right? We don't see the bus picking Choice up. We don't see Choice going to his school. So I don't know. When it was at Disney on that ride, yeah. So, but yeah, a lot of people don't see it for Peach on YouTube. So her going live on YouTube is not the same as her going live on TikTok. So she's a professional. She's a teacher. She's the one that's teaching how to win at YouTube, but she can't even seem to keep it together for herself. So
I'll still be around. I also only go live when I sell stuff. Tomorrow was going to be my last day selling for the whole month because I reached my sales goal, thank God. Being that I reached my sales goal, I don't focus on sales anymore for the month. I do other things. Now, my husband was like, you could do some other classes. He was like, do a YouTube class. Shit. That little bit of ass money, you could make that with a YouTube class. I don't want to teach YouTube. I don't want to teach content.
well, why don't you teach a class? He got kicked off the bus. I don't think he can ride without a harness. But wasn't that at the other school, yo yo? I mean, he's in middle. He should be in middle school now. He's 13. I haven't seen him ride the bus in a while, but I do remember her saying that he couldn't get on the bus, and probably they just take him just to avoid any issues. He's probably, I don't know if he's been homeschooled. She hasn't said any of that. And who's going to homeschool him? Wood is already occupied with two infants and a toddler. and we have not seen. I haven't seen any. I haven't seen hide nor hair of choice. Where is choice? That should be my next live. Where the hell is choice? Cause no.
Creation right now, so I'm just gonna move on. I am going to still be a content creator. I just don't want to teach. Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't. Thank you so much. TikTok is a negative platform, although it's financially lucrative. So TikTok, you don't make money from content creation anymore. I don't care how many classes y'all take. Them hoes ain't making no money. That's why they be sitting in my.
You see how take my TikTok class, but ain't nobody making money. Nobody's making money over there anyways. I don't care how many classes you take. Nobody is making money over there. But go ahead and take my class. Peach, you are a joke, man.
Them hoes not making no money. Now, if you do TikTok shop, you'll make a lot of money. So TikTok is lucrative in the sense of like TikTok shop, or you do one of their programs similar to that, you'll make money. But as far as content creation, they're not paying that much anymore. They want creators to pay them to push out our content now. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you in Chicago, sending the love back. Oh no, I need TikTok. They put me in.
Yes, crazy yo yo. And yes, she does like, that's what I said. She likes calling name calling and insulting people. But if somebody does the same thing to her, she's gonna cry, 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 cry.
The new program as well. So yeah, if you're in TikTok, it's still lucrative in other ways. But as far as a content creator, just content, nah, they have shifted. Build your own site, build your own app. I'll look into it. People have been telling me that for years. Thank you. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of them. There we.
Peach is not going to build her own website because that requires money. It requires her to actually work. Right now, she is not working. She's out playing around, leaving the kids at home with Wood, eating stuff in her face, shopping, spending money, and doing whatever it is she wants to do. In order for her to have her own website and to be able to put content up, it's going to require her to actually put some effort into it. And Peach doesn't want to do anything that requires her to actually put an effort. It's nothing for her to go sit in the library and talk all day. She don't have friends anyway. She's trying to get away from those kids in Wood anyway, so she can go to a library and spend hours making TikToks and stuff. Kids do that. My kids can go to school, come home, play Roblox, scroll the internet, do whatever it is they do. She's not doing anything that requires any brain waves or anything. She's not putting transitions on her content. She's not adding any bells and whistles. So, you know, what? Basically, she has no brand supporting her. Why is that? That's another way. Like if you look at, she said, well, there's other ways to make money, but you're not going to make money on TikTok. E. Kane is on TikTok frequently. She's going live frequently. E. Kane also does the wig influencing. It's a lot of content creators that do other influencing. Yes, TikTok, all these social media platforms are dwindling down the amount that they're paying because they got millions of creators, right? But, and however, if you have a big platform like Peach does, you can, even with her type of content, she can be an influencer for so many different people. She can do what I do, which is affiliate marketing. I make a lot of money doing affiliate marketing. She could do that. She can sell. She's written books before. She has her classes. You can sell your stuff. You can also make money from the platform TikTok shop. It's a lot of different ways. You just have to sit down, write it out, and strategize. She doesn't want to do that because she doesn't want to play by the rules. She wants to be able to come on these platforms, break all the rules, forget all the community guidelines, say to hell with that, and insult people and put her evil out into the world. And as you can see, TikTok is big. TikTok is major. And you lost that. That's gotta hurt. She can pretend like it doesn't hurt and like she's not affected by it all she wants to, but we know. You went from selling 1,000 tickets to your classes to 45 people. She get 1.1K views just walking into Walmart. Right. Yeah, she's rude, especially to black people. She's a liability and has a reckless mouth and bad attitude. Right, Crystal? Her mouth is ghetto. Not even ghetto, like, it's just like you don't have any common sense. We were watching the children running wild, wondering if they were going to hurt someone. Right, like, why would you let your kids just go into Target? You have so much respect for Target, right? And you put down Walmart and the people who shop at Walmart. But I don't see people allowing their kids to run around Walmart like that. I've never seen somebody allow their kids to just run recklessly around the store, just walking around, kids running here, kids running there. You let choice run all through the stores. What makes you think because you live in a different neighborhood and you're in a higher tax bracket, what makes you think that you're better than anyone? You're not. You're not better than anyone. You still have that same ghetto mentality that you grew up with. And I'm pretty sure your sister, who you always put down and who still lives in the projects, I bet her kids don't do that. And I bet you Tracy would have been on your head if you had acted up like that at the store. My mom was like, I'm not taking y'all to the store. When we was little, she was like, first of all, that was my time away from the house. I can go and shop and get me a little breather. I don't know why she felt like she needed a breather from us because we weren't bad kids. We weren't bad kids at all. But I guess she just felt like she needed some time to herself. So when she went shopping or whatever, and my mom used to go coupon, and I guess that was her time away from her husband and her kids so she could go do, you know, get out the house or whatever. But my mom was like, I didn't take kids to the store with me. Mm-mm. She said, you guys get to begging. I forget what I came for. I lose money. She said, I don't play that. And my mom used to always say, why do you take them kids to the store with you? Because I used to always take my kids to the store, probably because she didn't take us, but I used to always take my kids to the store. And by the time my kids was 4 and 5, they knew how to behave. Raven was probably, my youngest was probably the only one I used to tantrum every time she went to the store. She thought she was supposed to get toys. And sometimes I would say no. And why would I say no to her? But when she was little, when I say little, I mean 2, I mean like 3. Even Dreamy, my granddaughter, she's 2. She knows that she's not running through a store. She knows that she is not running off. Please, I'll be so mad. When I tell you, my kids will never go to the store again. If they got me in the store and showed off on me and start running around and running amok, she let him run around in CVS. Right, Crystal, looking for pull-ups. Like, come on, like, you're not smarter than a kid with autism, Peach? Potty train Teddy. You don't let a kid that has autism outsmart you and have you buying clothes and shoes for a Teddy? Are you serious? And that must be for content. I hope it's for content because why would you let him outsmart you? Hell no. Listen, Teddy is getting older. It's time for Teddy to get potty trained. Teddy would have him a little toilet in there so quick. And if he couldn't understand that, listen, when Teddy changes his diaper, you fold it up. Okay, we gonna wash him. I'll put him in the washer. And you take these little safety pins and or this tape and you tape them back on Teddy. Get Teddy those training pants. The ones the diapers you wash and put back on them with the little rubber. Peach, like, come on now, like it's not arithmetic. And he's 13, I think. Yes, Choice is like 13. When Play Brother was small, he used to get the action figures. I think it was, yeah. Yes, right, Joanne. Normal people have social practices. Children do not run indoors. Right. When you go to the store, like my mom would have felt, listen, my mom would have had a nervous breakdown if one of her kids had ran through a store. My mom would have lost it. Like, I can't believe we probably would have got our tails beat right there in the store if we had tried to get in the store and start running around and running amok and cutting up like that. And then especially you in a town where you say, oh, I love it here. It's all about family. You don't see not one of those families with their kids running around that store. You are lowering the You are lowering the property value. You are making it to where people are going to move from out of lake rent. And that's why people think, oh, it's racist, it's this, it's that. I remember I told my dad, my grandfather, when I was still in college, I was like, well, I want to move in this type of neighborhood or that. He was like, no, you don't. He was like, no, you don't. You don't want to go to. I said, well, I'm not going to think I'm better than this. He said, you don't want to go to work every day and you're paying your mortgage and you're living a certain way. You don't want to live in a neighborhood where other people aren't doing that. And yes, sometimes it is racist and social and caste and all of that. Sometimes it is elitist to think that way. But who wants to leave their home and see people standing all outside their front yard when they're leaving their yard? Or I keep my yard well, but my neighbor's yard looks a hot mess. If I want to sell my house, I can't sell my house and I look across the street and you got a lot of riffraff going on. You got kids running up and down the street carrying on. You and your husband arguing, y'all loud and obnoxious. It don't look right. You see everybody else living a certain way. If you're gonna move into that neighborhood, you fall in line. And that's not trying to be better. That's not trying to assimilate. It's just that this is you when in Rome, you do as the Romans do. Who's intelligent and smart? Right, wasting money on pull-ups. Would, that's what I'm saying. She said, I consulted with my husband. Um, Guys, can you please hit my like button for me? And also go ahead and hit the subscribe button while you're at it because you'll be back. I promise that you're going to love it over here. Very entertaining. I give very much content creator on the rise. Okay. And so that's what I'm saying, Joanne. Like you said Wood should fix up all these kids' choices. 13. Wood don't get a say so. Wood doesn't have a say. How is it that Peach is out doing the yard work at the school? You don't even do yard work at home. You don't even have McKay doing yard work at home, but you want to act like this and that. You at the school with him painting the parking lot. He doesn't even lift a finger at home. And then now you want to go and take McKay to get a $120,000 car. McKay isn't helping out like that. Oh, y'all. While we're on the subject of McKay and driving, finally, she admitted that she has had McKay picking up those children. And somebody said, I knew you was going to do it. I knew it was coming. She had McKay pick up, talking about they don't really listen and they argue with him. McKay is only 17 years old. In California, I don't know the laws in Florida, but in California, you cannot drive other people until you're 18. You cannot drive anybody under 18 until you're over 18. I think you have to have a licensed driver in the car with you if you're riding with somebody else. I'm not sure on the specifics, but I know you definitely cannot drive little kids. And for somebody who has just started driving himself to school regularly, he should not be driving those kids to school. He's just getting over his own driving anxiety. And now that Wood can't drive, because she hasn't really came out in the open with that. But Wood can't drive because he don't have his license and it's been suspended, right? And Wood's at home with the other kids. I think they only have the truck. McKay's driving his car, so now they only have the truck. We haven't seen her in the Sprinter or the Wagoneer that she had. We ain't seen that. They only have Wood's truck. So Wood, he don't have a say so, Joanna. He can't say he's one of the kids. In Peach's mind, he's just like a big kid. Maybe he's like the big brother who also sleeps with her and gets her pregnant and who she tells what to do as well. Wood does whatever Peach says. And let me tell you something. Wood don't have the mental capacity that Peach has. Wood has been in special ed. Wood, I think, is of diminished capacity. And I believe that Peach has been telling him what to do and running the show the whole time. Right? And he's probably been, he's probably lashed out when it got too bad, because I just can't believe that the same way that she tries to make everybody else think, I can't believe that that's who he was. It just doesn't seem like that. And it's not just for the money, because she has insulted his family. She put him out when his brother was being buried. Like, nobody who has common sense would stay with somebody like that, even if. Or the other thing is, I understand that he wants to probably be a father to his kids, but you could take your kids from her, Wood. I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm saying that that's why you're staying. You could have got those children up out of that house and got away, because I feel like Wood is being abused. I know other people feel differently. They feel like Wood should be working. I feel like, and then this is the other thing. You went to that place and paid $100 to have them knock that hair upside your head, and then you went home and had Wood take it out, and then you were sitting there like the Cheshire cat, grinning and stuff like, look, I got him taking my hair down. All we ever see is Wood being a domestic. He's cooking mustard fried chicken, changing diapers, edging up hairlines and messing up hairlines, pushing hairlines back, mowing the lawn, running her bath water, taking out gorgeous hair, uh, scrubbing dirty chairs. Like, come on now. Come on. Like, why would you let your kids, why would you get cream colored furniture to begin with? You should get some vinyl, some leather furniture, something that you can take a towel, spray it down, and wipe it down. Why would you get white, cream colored furniture? You know why she does it? Because she don't give a F. And now after she's paid $1,200 for two Dunas, now you are at the store buying a Wonderful, because you want to be like everybody else. You want to feel like you can do what everybody else do, like you have money to burn. Why would you buy those two Dunas? And you said one amazing, Wonderful had a Duna, and Phenomenal had a Duna. Why didn't you use those two Dunas? What happened to those Dunas? And what are you going to do with the Dunas that you got? Are you going to sell them? What? Are they just going to collect dust? What? And you said you got the new Wonderful, this little big push cart. You could have paid $300, got the same thing from Walmart, number one. But why would you buy that not even a year after your kids were born? Her rationale was that Will said he can't take the kids anywhere and push two strollers. Duh. Duh. Right, he just mumbles. Like, I don't believe he consulted her on anything. Peach has a very low IQ. The Teddy is smart. He gets pull-ups. She feels her own mess up. Right. He don't talk. How can he consult? They both was in a 600 hallway. Probably so. She's never going to admit that she was. Because one thing Peach is not going to do is admit to her own mistakes. One thing she's never going to do is acknowledge her wrongs. She won't even acknowledge that she messed up. She blamed it on choice. She won't even acknowledge the real reason that she's banned from TikTok. She said, "Oh, they just got rid of my server. I can't get on here at all." You done went and did. You wanted TikTok because you went and did the most, but then you saw that nothing is gonna work. They want you off of TikTok. They don't even want you on there, because if it was choice doing that, why not dispute the ban? Why not dispute the ban and say that my son has autism? He got a hold of my phone, and I was unaware. Um, can I please, remedy the situation? You didn't even try to fight the ban. You just immediately made a new page. So that lets me know that it probably wasn't because of that. And they probably told her, you are not following community guidelines. And they told her why. So I don't know how bans work. So I'm just speculating. Aduna are those strollers. Those little bitty baby doll strollers. I don't know why anybody would get them. I'm 5'4", and a Duna seems too low for me. It seems like something that a baby doll could be in and like a 3-year-old could push, but it's that stroller that becomes a car seat. Now, when I was a mother of littles, I would have never wanted something like that, because I like having a big stroller that can go over rocks and that can turn on a dime. I like having big strollers that I can push and it would collapse easily. That Duna seemed like it was hard to maneuver for $600. You know, it needed to push itself. It needed to rock. I needed to be able to push a button and then it push my kids itself, and I don't have to push it. Um, to me, it wasn't worth it, but they cost $600 a piece. I believe they're for short people as well. I've seen tall people with them, and you got to bend down. That's why she used to let um uh wonderful push phenomenal, probably because her back was hurting trying to push that stroller. And the only reason why she wanted it again was to floss on social media. Look, I can pay $600 for a stroller.
We go. Hopefully somebody else do it. Do battles make you a lot of money over there? You can. I literally just sold my TikTok class. Y'all should have bought it. Everybody on here want to ask me questions about TikTok. I am officially not a TikToker anymore. I don't plan on ever being a TikToker ever again. I'm not coming back over there.
You're not coming back. You can't go back. You can't go back, Peach.
I hope they delete that motherfucking app on September 17th. Even though I don't think they will. I think those of you who bought my classes, you guys are going to do well over there. Thank you so much. For me, though, I'm not teaching TikTok anymore. My class is gone. You can no longer purchase it. I wish you all the best of luck. There's other people who teach on that platform. Go to them. Go to them. Ask them. My purpose of me being live was just to come tell y'all I quit my class. I refunded everybody. That's the purpose in this live, and just to like chit chat before I go. I'm wrapping this up. Thank you so much. You're great at making money. I am. I've been making money for a long, long time. 30 years. I'm 30.
You're great at making money, but you fumbled the bag. You fumbled the bag. If you were great at making money, you would have still did that 21 days because it would have showed that you have good customer service. If I buy a class from you with the intention that I'm going to be able to meet with you, right? If I buy one of your products, why would I go and buy it a second time? The next time it can happen again? How does that sound? Like if I buy a class from you and then you decide that you don't want to do the class, or you decide midway life is lifing, or any number of things that could happen, and you decide that, okay, I'm canceling the class mid halfway through. It's 10 days later and I don't like this class. It's only an hour a day, but that's how you move, that's how you operate, but you're a good businesswoman. Okay.
36. I've been selling stuff since I was 6. I have 30 years of sales experiences. I'm really good at sales, and I'm really good at moving on. When things feel like, oh, this is no longer working, I can pivot. I don't have to stay stuck and try to find.
Except from Wood. You and Wood haven't worked ever, and you still holding on like in vogue.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I love them. Thank you so much. Just not on TikTok. That's all. How's so many of y'all over here? It's 706 of y'all on here. Where y'all was at when I was just trying to tell my class side? It's so funny. Thank you. You stay in a one-room apartment. That's fine. Even if I lived in a one-bedroom apartment, how would it affect you? Why would that make you feel good that I live in a one-bedroom? Would you not feel like a piss poor whore anymore? Would it make you feel good to know that me and my children are all living in a one-bedroom?
See, that's what I mean. Like, she still, after losing her TikTok, she is still back at it with the same shenanigans. I would, if you lose YouTube, you lost it all, baby girl. And that's why I'm here to comment on it, because I don't understand what she doesn't get about she needs to change how she talks to people. Not being able to talk to people, not being able to communicate is a lack of emotional intelligence. You've been at this for 5 years. You should be able to ignore that. Let people say that. There's people that come in my chat and say stuff. I might go back and forth for kicks and giggles, but you're not going to get me mad. You don't know me. You're not paying my bills. And what's going to end up happening is if you keep going at it and you keep irritating me, I'll just block you. But I'm not going to let you get to me to the point where I start messing up my own bag. I'm not going to do that.
Apartment under the same roof filled with food and love. Y'all be so funny. Thank you so much. I was wondering why it said a refund was coming because I refunded everybody. It was 45 of you, and thank you, Jasmine, for your business. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys, but I know myself. If I feel like the numbers don't make sense, it's gonna make it where I don't want to teach the class. I already didn't want to do Fall Asleep with Peach. I love Wake Up with Peach. It works better for my lifestyle.
Now, all of a sudden, she didn't want to do it anyway. You know, at first you wanted to do it. At first you loved doing it. At first, I love to teach. I love teaching. I'm so happy to join it to do this class. I'm so happy that we're going to be doing Go to Sleep with Peach and Wake Up with Peach. You're about to change your life. I'm so happy that I'm doing this. What happened now? I never wanted to do it anyway. Again, like, and next month when you try to sell this class again, this very same class with the very same approach, what are you going to say then? Because really what you're saying to your customers is, I only want your money. And if it's not enough for you willing to give me your money, then I'm not going to even do it at all. I'm not going to deal with you at all.
So I love the mindsets of the students who continuously come to Wake Up with Peach. I just finished day 21 of session 202. So Wake Up with Peach has been going for 42 days strong for the second season of this year since school started back. Tomorrow will be day 43 for some, day one for others. So we're about to do 21 full days. I like Wake Up with Peach. I actually love it. Versus Fall Asleep with Peach, I love the class, but I don't love the schedule. How it fits into my life, it doesn't really. I would have to sacrifice sleep. So I'll be waking up tired for Wake Up with Peach. Also, my nighttime routine would have to shift. And my goal is to wake up every day at 3 a.m. starting tomorrow. So for me,
That's not good business sense. Why would I wake up with somebody every day before I have to take kids to school? Why would I get up every day and do a class like that every day? And I heard all it is journaling and her giving you motivational quotes and giving you a journal prompt anyway. It's not really even, it's not really that big of a deal anyway. Like you could do that on your own. She needs them to help her get up for them kids. Right. She like wait, you gotta now you got a reason to wake up and bathe and excuse me, bathe. And now you got a reason to wake up and get your own kids up. Right, especially who don't have their life together. Right, exactly.
the sales numbers didn't make sense, even though 45 of you guys paid me. And I truly, truly, truly appreciate all 45 of you guys for your business. It still doesn't make sense from a financial aspect for me. Like, I'm going to be sacrificing sleep for $45 an hour. Not really worth it.
And said, okay, you don't want to do it for 21 days. Um, you all, I didn't get the amount of people that I wanted to get. If you still want to stay in the class, it's going to be for 5 days only. So if you want to do 5 or week only of goal setting, you still made $100 a day instead of making um, for 21. You was going to make $21 or $21,000. So you were still making $1,000 a day. You could have still made about $500 a day, right? Or what is that? 1,000 divided by 7. That's a little less than that. That's a lot less than that. Maybe you were making 150 a day or something like that. But it would have not all been a loss. You could have asked people, and even if some people choose to not do it, I'm sure a lot of them would have chose to stay, and you could have just did 1 week and then did it like that because you didn't have the same demand, and rather than cancel the class all the way, I'm still gonna give a week. Okay? Or maybe, you know what, I'm gonna I'm going to cancel this class, but I am having a class in the future. If you still would like to hold your spot, you can keep your ticket now and I will honor it for the next session. Or if you choose not to wait for the delayed class, then I will go ahead and refund you. That's usually what people do when they have business smarts. They think of another way to do things, or if you didn't see that you were going to have the amount of people that you wanted, you started the next week and you promoted like crazy every day so you can get more people in your class. Just my thinking. I don't know. I haven't been doing sales for 30 years though. 30 years of doing sales, Peach, and you still don't have customer service.
I could spend tomorrow trying to generate all the sales, but then I got other things to do tomorrow that can make me way more money. So it's like, nah. So for me, I decided the numbers didn't match. I let it go. Thank you so much. Thank you. Can you do a short video on skincare routine? I already did that. You guys didn't watch it. You're just mean spirit. Other than that, you're great. You're a fucking weirdo. To come and say you're just mean spirited, but then still watch me and then say, other than that, you're great. You're a fucking loser and a weirdo. Thank you.
A loser and a weirdo. Like somebody is telling you, she said you're mean spirited. That's not nice to hear, but that's not really an insult. You know you a mean spirited person. Everybody says that about you, but to call them a weirdo and a loser,
I'm gonna look into it, or even going on doing more private things. I'm gonna look into it. Great suggestions. When are you gonna do another content creator class? You never know with me. I could do one tonight. However, at the current moment in my brain, I'm not doing one anytime soon. But you never know.
we're not doing content creation classes because we're not going to teach people how to steal our jobs. We're going to feed them some little boo boo, some little fly by night BS. We're not going to teach them what we really know. Why would she teach people what she really know? She's not going to actually help people. She's not going to actually answer questions and give them a book. You're not going to give them anything that's going to be something that they couldn't use. You're not going to support them after. You're not going to do anything. Hold on, guys. So keep your classes.
Depends on numbers. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
I know it's like Facebook. I got like 100 and something fake Facebook pages of me. TikTok is a bunch now. Fake pages of me. But I'll be over there. I'll make money on TikTok without actually trying to make money on TikTok. I'll be over there to do what I have to do.
Right, Roxy. She doesn't know how to be a content creator. She got lucky. She got lucky in 2020 when it was like a boom on YouTube and everybody was at home. Everybody was tuned in. A lot of other people got monetized just as well. I see other content creators and I'm like, how in the hell do you have this big of a following and this many people watching you? And you are boring me to tears. Like you sound like, I mean, it's crazy. But, and then of course she got outrageous and outlandish. Most people are not willing to tell all of their business. Most people are not willing to carry on like she does and breastfeed on camera and do all of the things that she does. So that's all she can teach people, right? Is get on here and be a buffoon. So yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. If you're just getting in, please help out the host and say hi. Let me know who's in here with me. If you're in the bushes, also please hit the like button. That'll be great.
Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. All right. Any other questions for me before I go? I'm like wrapping up my day. I got my stuff on the charger. I'm about to get it. I've been live for 11 minutes. That's enough to make some money. Um, Thank you. You letting TikTok win fight back? No, I'm not letting them win. I decided that that's a fight I don't want to have anymore. So So that's over. I'm not letting them win. They have won. I'm deciding that fighting back over the
She's not fighting back because she can't fight back, because guaranteed, if there was any hope of her getting her TikTok back, if there was a some type of viable excuse she could give, if she felt like she was in the right, she would be doing that. She ran to T-Mobile and got a new phone. Like, phones calls, you set up a new line and everything so that you could be able to TikTok. You want to be able to TikTok. Thank you, Cancer. I know some of you guys are at work. I hope I'm helping you to get through your day with this content. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I appreciate that extra like as well. Um, we're having us a good time. Leave your comments. I'll respond.
it isn't worth it for me anymore. I'm on to the next great thing, per usual. Thank you. I'm an Aries. I don't know. Thank you. People love shit for free, crazy, keep being you. Hey, thank you.
And that's why she continues to do what she does. As long as people go to her page and say, keep being you, um, why aren't you fighting back? I'm still gonna watch you. You can't make me hate Peach. As long as people go over there and say stuff like that, they don't really love her. What they really want is the minstrel show. They want to see her go on live and act crazy. Uh they don't mean her any good because they know she has children. It seemed like they were like, Peach, I love you. I love when you go. Or, sometimes I remember people used to say, why don't you go back to the shopping content? I love that, Peach. You know what she would say? Oh, well, go find, it's other people that shop. It's other content creators that do this and that. Go to their page. When her fan base is telling her, this is what I want to see. I don't want to hear the negativity. I don't want to hear you go in on your mom. What happened to the Peach that I fell in love with?
And of course, I'm gonna do that. I gotta do that. It's gonna be so great later. Um, thank you. Yep. Thank you. Sending love back. That's awesome. How do I feel about Twitch? So I got monetized on Twitch a couple months ago. I just never got back over there. Like, wasn't consistent. I don't see me doing live streams. For me personally, I don't enjoy live streams anymore like I used to. Live streams used to be fun in the beginning, but about 4 years ago, I stopped doing live streams for fun. I only do live streams for money. I don't feel like I would be engaging as I need to be on Twitch because I literally live stream.
I only do this for money. I only do this for money. Like, even if that is true, it doesn't make sense for you to tell people, I'm only on here for money. I'm only on here to take your money. That's going to rub people the wrong way. You're leaving a bad taste in people's mouth. You already are hard to listen to and hard to watch. And now you're making people feel like, you know what? I don't even want to watch her anymore. I'm not going to put money in her pocket just for her to turn around and call me a PAH or call me a 304. I'm not about to do that.
For myself. Typically, when Peach McIntyre is live, I'm live selling my own courses. I'm not live on the app to make the app money and bust it down the middle. Not gonna do it. So with Twitch, their motto is more of that. I could always go over there in the future, but at the current moment, that's not what I want to do. All right. I have no interest in being on TikTok at all. I have deleted the app from all of our devices. I have zero interest in TikTok. Thank you. Everything has a season.
Wait a minute, she deleted TikTok off of everybody's devices? That's crazy. Why she delete TikTok off the kids' devices? They didn't do nothing to TikTok. They didn't get a ban from TikTok. Why you take TikTok from the children, Peach? Hey TSM, what's good? Thanks for dropping by. How are you doing today? Like, why the kids can't have TikTok? They want to do little TikTok dances and all of that. Does anybody know if they took McKay's page? Did they ban him? I know she said they took Woods, but did they take McKay's TikTok?
And gotta know when to let go. Yeah, it's just like gambling, it's like poker. Once you start, and I love poker. I don't gamble right now, but I love to gamble. And I love poker. I've learned some of my most valuable lessons in poker. You gotta know when to.
Oh, they let him have his page? Well, why she don't go live on McKay's page? That's what I would do. Oh, his page is still up. Probably if she goes live from his page, it's a wrap. It would be a wrap if she go live, if she even show her face on there. Because these algorithms, they have facial recognition. If she doesn't realize that, okay, if you have facial recognition on your phone, right? If the phone can recognize your face, don't you know that there's facial recognition when you go through the airports? It's facial recognition everywhere. You want to turn on the air? Oh, facial recognition everywhere, okay? These people see your face shows up on TikTok and it's banned. As soon as that algorithm works itself around to you, because every minute it's going beep, 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 beep. It's catching words, it's catching actions. People are reporting. The algorithm is handling all of that. It's not people, it's not thousands of people sitting somewhere really going through each account. It's your actions that have already been pre-programmed into their algorithm, things to work to look for. And once your face, because listen, when we go to these social media platforms, we give them a lot of our information. They learn our behaviors, they see our faces. It's all there, and they're using it to their advantage. And one of those advantages is being able to make sure if I ban you off my platform, you're not coming back. Because as soon as your face shows up, as soon as you go live, right? Because they have all those fake pages, right? But as soon as she goes live, oh, that's really her? Okay, we banning this. Banned. Thanks for the 30 likes, guys. I appreciate you guys. Can I get to 40, please?
Hold them and when to fold them, right? Um, so in this point, we're folding them. We're letting that go. It doesn't matter. I'm still the main topic of the app. I don't have to be over there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Sending the love back to y'all. Y'all so sweet. All right, so that's gonna wrap up this live. I will see the rest of y'all and Wake Up with Peach tomorrow. It's gonna be good for the next 21 days, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wake Up with Peach. My life is gonna look completely different on day 21, which will be October 5th. October 5th, I will look, and my life will look, my content will look completely different. If
Her content, her life, she would look completely different. That's what, 20 days away. Peach, what are you going to do differently in 20 days? And you always say that. A couple of months ago, you were going to take a shower every day. You were going to bathe and lotion up every day. You were going to keep your hair up. You were going to keep your pedicures and nails up. And no sooner you said that, you had those bohemian braids in your hair for months. They turned into dreads. No sooner that you said you were going to be up on time every day, you were going to pick your kids up every day. Now McKay's picking them up. You can never stick to your word. If you can't stick to your word in your own life, how can anybody expect you to stick to your word when you're selling them classes? If you're a businesswoman, stop selling live classes. Come up with a plan. Sell digital products. Write a book that's an actual book. You make you said you make at least $20,000 a month selling classes, plus the money you make on platforms. Take some of that money one good time. Go to Fiverr. Get with somebody like me. I'm a self-publishing consultant. Actually, come up with um, good book covers. Actually, come up with books that have been edited and that offer real life information that people can use. And then what you do is you update them. You come out with second, third, and fourth editions. Every time these platforms come out with new products for content creators to use, new features, every time then you come and you piggyback on that. Offer those digital products, and then when you offer that digital product, have a 50% off coupon for everybody who bought your books. And I'm giving her free game. I shouldn't even be doing this, but I'm just letting other content creators know who are listening If you happen to be listening and you have a large platform, or you are wanting to know how you can monetize yourself, and you monetize yourself even if you are monetized on YouTube. Even if you are monetized on YouTube, you still monetize yourself. You should still have a digital product. You should still have a book. You should you shouldn't even be teaching classes, because that classes take up too much of your time. You consult. You consult, okay? And consultants make a lot of money. You sell those books. Let them go pick up a book if they want to get a piece of you. You actually want my time? My time is valuable. My time is a commodity. Okay? Meetings with me will be on the lines of you got to pay. It'll be different tiers. 10K a month for me to advise you on how what you're doing right and wrong on your channel. Everybody else, you go get my book, my digital product, $49.99. Sometimes I will have different sales, $39.99, half off, or $49.99. You can get a 50% off coupon to meet with me. Your first time is 50% off every time after that regular price. And if you're a repeat customer, you repeatedly need my help, I'll give you a 10% discount. I'll send it to your email, because I built an email list from everybody who's bought my book. I built an email list from everybody who I consulted with. So it's just a constant cash flow. She needs to take a class and stop going and watching other YouTubers and collecting their sayings and their mottos and their affirmations, and coming back and acting like she came up with it on her own. Just like E.T. said, cry to keep going, cry to keep going. You got to cry to keep going. Okay, well, what is your saying? Just like Daddy used to say, baby, life is full of adversity. You got to keep going. What saying do you have? I'm Law 19. I exploit Law 19. Okay, first of all, Law 19 is watch who you offend. Why would you constantly keep offending your subscribers and your potential clients? Hey, Shirley Gear. Thanks for tuning in. You came in the other night, right? I know I got a few more people in here with me. If you didn't already hit the like button, please hit the like button for me, so I can get pushed out in the algorithm and other people can also see this live. I thank you all for participating in this chat. We're going to go back to some more of her content and react. There was another video that I talked about previously, and I want to also let you guys hear that if you haven't already heard it. Let me see if I can find it. I think this is the one here where she talks about how McKay is going to pick up the kids.
It's another price point for the wonderful, and if you had it in stock. Okay, thank you. And then, guys, if I do.
At least she is an affiliate marketer on YouTube. She finally got hip to that. She's bought the Wonderful, and she also put the Wonderful as an affiliate link on her shorts. Maybe she ain't far from smart after all. I don't know. But everybody knows that if you're a social media marketer, if you're a content creator, everybody knows that affiliate marketing is where the bag is at. Everybody knows that getting that influencer bag and doing brand promotions, that's where the bag is at. The Kardashians get paid lots of money. That's why they post. Why do you think celebrities post on social media? Other than to promote their brands, right? Kylie Jenner was able to start a $1 billion company. Same thing with Rihanna. Rihanna was one of the first celebrities to really use Instagram for what it was for, and that's to promote herself and to engage with her audience. That's how she was able to have a big business with Fenty Cosmetics, and that's the reason why Beyonce has not been able to be as big of a brand as Rihanna. Rihanna doesn't even do music anymore. She makes a lot of money selling her own stuff. And the reason why she was able to do that is because
All right, Peach.
she built her community. Community building works. Build your communities. Content creators, build your communities. It may take you a while, but little by little, build your communities up. And once you have a community of supporters, there's your sales funnel right there. Okay? So I don't know why it's taking her so long to get on board with that.
They just called somebody to come help me. She said, just sit in the car, they'll bring it out. I'm excited. I know Gregory is going to pick the kids up and they're going to listen. Greg said he'd be frustrated with my kids because they don't listen to him.
Hey, Deborah Ray, thank you for tuning in. How's your day going? I hope every day thing is going okay with you. Okay, now she just admitted that Greg gets frustrated with the kids. You have your teenage son driving three little kids who don't listen to you, who run amok in the store when you're with them. And now you want him to pick them up and drive when it's a lot of traffic at the school, when kids are uh, running around and he has to pay attention and stay focused. Now you want him to pick up the kids from school. That's crazy.
And that's the hard part about having kids of different ages because to them, Gregory is their brother. But Gregory is 17. I mean, yeah, 17. He'll be 18 in what, 74 days, I believe, because I've been counting down. And when he turns 18, you know, he's getting older already, more mature. He's driving.
When he turns 18, it's over for him. He's going to be just like Wood. He's going to be babysitting and he's going to be chauffeuring and Ubering, running errands and everything else. Watch. Watch what I tell you. He's going to be the one that's picking up and dropping off those kids at school, especially if she buys him a new car. Watch.
Now, he wants them to stop looking at him like a little kid and look at him like a young adult. Like, you know, and they look at him like, boy, you my brother. We've been playing with you forever. We don't got to listen to you. So that's something I really have to work on is making them understand that Gregory is still your brother, but he's getting older and he's more mature. So we have to treat him differently. So that's a new phase for all of us. Like me understanding that Gregory is a young adult. I feel like I'm doing a good job at it. But his siblings understanding that we're gonna have to start treating him a little bit differently because he's getting older. And it's literally a 7-year, about to be an 8-year age gap between him and Mcintyre, and they used to play around. Oh, the other part of that though is sometimes when he's bored though, he want to come play with them like a little kid. You can't play with little kids like you a little kid and then want them to treat you like a mature adult. You kind of got.
But he is a kid. 17 is still a kid. 17 is still a child. Age is more than a number. He's going to be 18. He shouldn't have the responsibility of picking up his little brothers and sisters, not little bad kids like that who don't know how to listen, who run off from each other and run off from even you. You're at one corner, they done ran off to the other corner. He shouldn't be responsible for that. And then once he gets out of school, and for siblings that don't listen, my siblings listen to me. She doesn't even have a handle on that. She doesn't have control of her kids to where they know to listen to their older siblings. She doesn't have control on them over them where they know to wait for one another and to look out for one another. What kind of raising are you doing? My kids know to support one another, to look out for each other. They know that.
I wanted to know the price point for the wonderful, and if you had it in stock. Okay, thank you.
So yeah, that was that video that I was telling you guys about when she finally admitted to having Greg pick up his siblings. And it's like you don't have any reservations about being hypocritical or talking out of both sides of your neck. One minute you say that you're not gonna parentify Greg and he doesn't have to pick up his siblings. He's able to live his own life and grow up and not have to worry about being responsible for his siblings. But when your mother did it to you, when you said you used to watch other people's kids and things like that, and you used to have to help out around the house, you made it seem like your mother was the worst person in the world. I used to love when my mom and dad would leave, and I was at home with the siblings because we all loved it. We made sure the house clean. She probably leave piece of money. We probably go to the movies. We probably do whatever. We were kicking back, chilling. We loved when Mama was gone because my mom didn't, have me watching kids all the time like that. No, absolutely not. We almost always had an adult present in the home. That was one thing that we did have. We always had an adult there and somebody to watch out for us. So that wasn't an issue. But if my mom did leave, we felt like, great, they gone. Good. We'd be glad they're gone. And I didn't have an issue with watching my siblings. Never did. Like, my siblings listened. They're about 5 and 6 years younger than me, but I didn't have that type of, and we played around, we joked, but I didn't carry myself like that. Like, I carry myself like, you better listen. Your mama not here either. Shoot, you gonna wish you did listen. So yeah, but she just constantly goes back on her word. She never keeps her word, and then she took Greg to look at a cyber truck. Like she has no social awareness. She's so smart, but all of her look, there we go to it. A lot of people were like, those are not safe. Um, and Elon Musk, why would you want to associate with him, right? And who was it? Gilbert Arenas is his son. He almost got burnt alive in a cyber truck. It's like, do you even use your head, Peach? Why would you want that for your son? Like just to say you got it for him, just to say you got it like that. That's crazy. So one of her commenters says, "Please don't buy your son that car." Another said, "You're his mom, but it's still dangerous. Those cars are dangerous." And then another user says, "People who have those regret them. They update out of nowhere, and you can't get out the car. They shut up. They shut off at random moments." So she says she's not buying it. Believe me, if anything, she would rent it for his graduation. One thing about Pete, she likes to floss and she likes to flex and fake for the gram. Remember how when she was getting evicted, she posted a video with the sound "It will all work out," and it was her and Wood walking through a house that looked like it was being renovated. But the impression that most of her followers had was she was able to buy a house, and the house was being built from the ground up, and she never said anything different. She just left it like she was buying a house. Peach does things like that. She'll leave it up to the commenters to believe what they want to believe, and she might not actually say what she's actually doing, but you can infer, something from that. She does that all the time, right? She tries to act like I'm always honest, I don't lie, but that is lying when you put things up and it's not true and you want your followers to think one thing, but it's really not that. You were just going through a house looking, probably hoping, wishing, and praying that one day you can magically just have that house, but you weren't buying that house, but of course the Peach Patch thought, oh, all you PAHs hated on her, and now look, she has a house. That's the way she wants it to be. Like, you guys hate on me, you all wish bad on me, and you plot on my downfall and not always rise above. No, nobody is plotting on Peach's downfall. Nobody is waiting for you to lose it all. But to be quite frank, she is making herself lose it all. And how is she doing that? By constantly going against the grain, refusing to follow the community guidelines on these platforms, refusing to show some type of humility, right? She's a very prideful person, and Pride always goes before the fall. Until Peach McIntyre uh, takes accountability for her actions and changes, she's going to lose it all. That's not me wishing it on her. That's not me wanting that for her, because I actually don't want that for her at all. I actually would want her to, fall on her sword and finally say to herself, you know what? I'm losing now. I'm losing. I'm losing my following. I'm losing my platform. If Peach were to lose it all, we would probably never see her face again on social media. And you know why? Because of all the stuff she said and all the stuff she's done, she wouldn't be able to show her face. She wouldn't be able to show her face in Tampa after she put her mother down and said her mother, all she's doing is shoveling shit. That's what her mom does. She shovels shit for a living. What she said about Wood's mom, she lives in a shack. She said, go back. I'm gonna send him back to that shack with his mammy. And she wouldn't be able to live with herself after she talked about everybody else, after she talked about project people, after she talked about single black women, after she talked about poor people. She wouldn't be able to face you guys. So she needs to slow her roll and put a muzzle on her mouth so that she could at least hold on to the few she could at least hold on to the few platforms that she has left. Otherwise, who knows? Let me see what's going on in the chat. How are you guys feeling? You guys want me to stay on here a little bit longer or what? Because I see the chat is slowing down. Also, I'm at what? 33 likes? Can I get you guys to give me a few more likes? I'm trying to get to 40 likes. That would be dope if I could get to 40 likes. I would be so happy. I enjoy you all. I'm happy for all of you guys who are commenting and who are adding to the chat. For one thing, Peach ain't right with God. She practically curses God. You know what, Joyce? You ain't never lied. And that's the one thing I didn't touch on. You have never lied. If she don't get right with God, she gets on here and even if she doesn't believe in God, she goes back and forth with, I believe in God, I don't believe in God. Even if you don't believe in God, a lot of black people do. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe in God, and a lot of people have respect for God. And for you to come on here and talk like that, that's wrong. You always have a good time when you're in my lives. Thank you, Cancer66. I appreciate that. You know what? I remember now. We were at the park together chilling this summer. I be everywhere doing everything, y'all. I have a good time when I come and chat with you guys too. Sometimes it gets a little tiring, but I miss it. Like I'll go a few days if I'm trying to get my rest up and try to just uh, re-energize and reconfigurate and all that. But then I gotta come back because I miss you guys. But yes, Peach has to. She got to get right with God, and that's why she loses. Right? That's why she loses. If God blesses you with something, you're supposed to use it and help other people. Like you have this big platform, but you have not taken anybody under your wing and really helped them. You haven't said let me, you except for your mom, and you said you was trying to help your family. Okay, not everybody wants to be on social media, which is their right. But your mom, you're supposed to have helped her get on here. But you haven't said, you know what, I want to take one or two women who are single moms like I once was. Because Peach just became married once she started making money. She didn't get married until she started making money. And probably said, you know what, Wood, we'll make even more money if we married. And if I could show that I'm a married mother than me just being a single mom. Maybe that's what she said. She said he had been begging her to marry him, but Peach would have loved to have married Wood at the drop of a hat. Right, until she gets right, nothing is going to succeed. Absolutely. It's, easy come, easy go. When you don't really work for money anyway, and when you really just get blessings because people feel sorry for you and you don't really know how to take advantage of them, like you made millions of dollars. I know Peach has made at least $1 or $2 million. I know what my good months look like, and she's had more good months than I've had. I know she's had, other people might not think that she's made that kind of money, but between her selling classes, between the money she makes on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and she said at one time she make money off of Amazon too. So she does have, I know on Wood's page, Wood has Amazon affiliate marketing on his page. So I know she's made a good coin. Why haven't you invested that money? Why haven't you invested that? You should have a good stock portfolio. Wood wanted to secure the bag, but it backfired on him because, yeah, he miserable. I mean, he looks like he's just one more. He look like he's on his last leg. He really does, and I feel for him, and I feel for Peach because if he leaves, Peach won't be able to handle it. She'll say, "Oh, I can do this. I'm building on my village. I'll just a pay for childcare." Okay, that's cool, but Wood being there in a home circumvents a lot of what she would go through. When those babies wake up in the middle of the night, he's helping out. Yeah, he half sleep half of the time, but he's probably tired. When I had just three little ones, not even that many, and they were different ages apart, and some of them were going to school, that was a lot. Shoot, my children get on my nerves, and I love them more than life itself. But them babies was a lot when they was, even Dream. Dream is two. Dream get over here, and she's demanding. Like, you gotta play with the child. You gotta talk to him, sing with him. Dream wanna go outside every minute. Dream wanna pretend like she a monster and chase you every minute. When they're that little, it takes a lot, and especially little babies. One minute they're laughing and smiling, then next minute they're hungry. Next minute they're pooping. Next minute they're sleepy, so they're crying, and you gotta put them down. Then he has Phenomenal, who's like two, and who's probably getting into everything, and that's why they had to put Amazing into preschool, because I know Wood couldn't do all four of them. And she said nobody told her she had to put those kids in daycare. Something happened. Something happened, because she didn't just do it just to do it. Yeah, she only spends time with them when it's convenient. Absolutely. Hey, Butterfly, how's it going, love? Thanks for tuning in. I hope your day is going splendidly. But we already know she uh she got them in daycare for a reason. She got those kids in tutoring for a reason. She didn't do that just cause she wanted them to do well. She's starting to use Gregory to do things that Wood can't do anymore. Absolutely. Um, the reason why Wood can't do it because Wood is at home with the kids. Wood is at home with the kids. Wood can't leave the house, just like Peach want him. He at home, right where Peach want him at. Peach gone all day. Wood home with the kids. He can't go nowhere. He got three kids at home. And Peach leaves the house at what? When she leaves to take those kids to school, she leaves to take those kids to school, and she's gone all day. And then you have enough nerves to put them in tutoring. So not only are you gone from the time they go to school, now you added tutoring. Girl, I would be like, girl, you done lost your mind. You better get them a online tutor and have them sit at the house. I ain't watching these kids all day and all night like that. You have lost your mind. I don't care if they are my kids. I'm not going to stay up from can't see to can't see watching no kids. Where are you at? You can do some of this content at home, girlfriend. You don't. That's the whole point. of you being a content creator and neither one of us working. We could work on these kids together. And like, why don't you have like a set day where you do all your shorts, a set day where you go do all your shopping content, and you just shoot it out during the week. That's the one thing I never understood about her. Why are you creating content every single day? Yes, my day is going beautifully. Thanks. I hope you all are as well. Yes, my day is going well. I'm having a good time on here with you all. I see a few new faces in here today. I'm happy to see that. But I also see that you guys aren't hitting that like button when you come in. Please hit the like button when you come in. It's just common courtesy. I'm not trying to sound like a broken record, but I have to remind you all because we have to hit the like button so that we are able to stay on here for a significant amount of time. I'm not able to stay on here and just keep talking if the love isn't being shown back. She's about to be a brand new person. She's scared of. I believe she's gonna switch it up somewhat. I believe she's gonna switch it up some. She said she's about to switch it up and about to change. But I believe she is gonna switch it up somewhat. She'll be a fool not to. She'll be a fool not to. I think even if she still was negative on social media, right? Even showing the negative side of her life, even doing the rage baiting on her side, stop agitating your subscribers. Stop doing that. She's about to go in on overdrive on YouTube and Facebook. She feels like she has a point to prove. Absolutely. She still has not conceded that she messed up. She still refuses to concede that I messed up. I lost TikTok, my biggest hope. Okay? My bottom dollar. I done lost TikTok. How you lose TikTok, Peach? That's crazy. She still was over there cutting up on her live yesterday, talking to people crazy. I mean, she did have a few people come in her live and say some things to her that wasn't really cool. But the way she responded, as usual, was out of line. It's like if she said, she said, you throw a rock at me and I'ma throw a brick. You know what? You're smart though. You're a businesswoman though, right? Come on now.
It shows how foolish she is.
Exactly. That's my daughter braiding my hair and listening in. It does show how foolish she is. Like, if I'm making 5 figures a month, that's why when people come to my page, and like I said, I've had very, very few people come on here and say something derogatory. I probably would say something funny back, but I don't care if you come over here talking mess to me. I know where my bread is butter. I'm gonna block you, hide you from my channel, or whatever. Go make you another page and come back if you want to. But what you're not going to do is get me to clowning on here. I know what I'm trying to achieve. I know the goals that I have set for myself, and I'm not about to let nobody trick me out my bag. I don't have that much uh, pride to the point where I care more about what people think about me than the goals I'm trying to accomplish. That's just not happening. And plus, I'm not trying to be a fool. I'm not trying to be a fool. Only a fool reacts and responds to every little thing. If you're at the top of the food chain as far as content creators go, as far as content creators like her, she was at the top of the food chain as far as somebody said Peach has her own sector, and she does. Peach has so many people reacting to her, following her. Um, it's not many people who don't know who Peach McIntyre is. There are a lot of. I mean, she's not that famous. She's YouTube and internet famous, so everybody don't know her. There's a lot of content creators that I don't know, and there's more famous content creators on TikTok than her. There's Brene with Tim, um, the boyfriend that she stole from her husband's whatever. It's that's a whole piece of work over there. You got E. Kane, who's bigger than Peach over there. You got a lot of people that are bigger than Peach. But you don't have anybody that's as hated and as, who gets on people's nerves like Peach does. Peach is doing, I think she is more infamous because people, just as much as people love her and she has a peach path, she have a lot of people that can't stand her.
It's only competition at the bottom of the food chain.
Right, right.
At the
Absolutely.
top, they trying to collaborate with other people that's in the same category as them.
She's not trying to collaborate. She always wants the low hanging fruit. She don't try to collaborate. She wants the low hanging fruit. Ready Rock says she's hood, internet famous. Right. Absolutely, Roxy. Absolutely. You won't see her collaborate. You see her saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna do a reality show. They wanted me to do a reality show. You're not gonna do a reality show because you're just doing good where you're at. If you get on a reality show, your dirt is really gonna come out. And we know there's dirt about Peach. We know she's told all Wood's tea, she told all her mother's tea, but her dirt has yet to come out. And every dog has their day. Every dog has their day. We don't know the half about Peach that. And Peach wants it to stay just like that. And she's scared that if other people really find out about her, she's going to be embarrassed and humiliated. And she hates being embarrassed and humiliated. Ever since her mom told what Wood did, that was it. That was it because she could no longer sell the dream that she and Wood were in a loving marriage. And she got mad at Wood about it too because she knows that Wood has never loved her the way she's loved him. And so everybody else has to pay for that. And that's just the way it is with Peach. But I'm gonna wrap this up in a little bit, guys. I've got about 30 more minutes on here. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I got 30 more minutes. I'm looking at the live count, and then I'm looking at the time. So I gotta go. I gotta go do something at 1:30. So I'm gonna stay on here till then. If you guys want to keep chatting and talking, we've been on here over 2 hours chatting. Um, we doing the doggone thing on a Monday afternoon. I appreciate you guys. I've been putting up shorts when I get off of here. I'm still getting my hair done. But I'm going to take a quick breaky break and then um, I'll be uploading shorts. So if you guys get a chance, check out my shorts and check out my other content. Leave a comment and a like and let me know you stopped by. And like I said, and I'll ask you guys now. I have a lot of hot topics to discuss. I got some Cardi B tea that I want to talk about. I have some Chris Brown tea uh, and a few others. I got to go through and write them all down. But I was wondering if I should do a hot topics live or would you guys want me to do each one of them individually? So put a one in the chat if you want a hot topics live with all the hot topics, or put a two in the chat if you just want me to go live and talk about each topic individually on its own. And like I said, I got various things to talk about, and I'll be doing that throughout the week as well. Two, you want them individually, Cancer? Yeah, I'm gonna rock with you guys until 1:30, and that'll be a 3 hour live, or over 3 hour. Yeah, about a 3 hour live. We did our thing today, and we're almost at 40 likes. I'm still trying to get those 40 likes. I'm not gonna let up on that. I'm relentless today. Listen, who was it? I think it's Yo Yo and I think it's Smooth who are talking about Step It Up September, and your girl is stepping it up. I'm not playing with it. I'm a part of Yo Yo Streamers University. Yo Yo don't play, and when you're a part of her Streamers University, she's going to challenge you. She's going to encourage you. She's going to give you all the tips you need to be successful in these YouTube streets. And then not only that, you have cohorts who are in the Streamers University with you. They're going to be supporting you. So, guys, the next time she has a new streamers university. If you're a content creator, it's well worth. She don't even charge that much for it. She has a meeting with you every week. She's watching your channel and letting you know where you're doing good at and where you may need to step it up at as well. And it doesn't matter how big or small of a content creator you are. Listen, and I don't think I started doing lives on YouTube until about March. And when I started doing Streamer University, I was like, oh, I'm gonna start going live more, but I wasn't really anticipating going live that much. Shoot, this summer we start going live every day. We was going live for 2 hours a day, and I met so many of you that are in my chat now, and it's like we built a little family. Like I feel like your kids are my nieces and nephews. I feel like all the content creators who come and watch my content, I feel more like y'all my sisters and brothers. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm just so inspired and encouraged by your support. It really means a lot to me. And I've been at this for about 2 years, but I'm still a new YouTuber because I'm still building my community. And whoever I am today, I feel like I'm going to be throughout this whole thing. And if you're a content creator, if nothing else, one thing Peach Mcintyre has shown us is that you got to stay humble throughout it all, right? It doesn't matter if you're making no money or if you're making 5 figures a month. It doesn't matter. Don't get so high and lift it up where you feel like you can start putting down the same people who got you to where you are. I think that's like crazy work.
If you stay true to yourself, you'll never lose who you are.
Exactly, daughter. And not only that, if you start off being true to yourself, then it will never be a switch up. If you are real, if you are for real person, then you won't ever have to worry about switching up. And if you are truly grateful for your fans and truly grateful for your supporters, you won't talk down to them or you won't ever make them feel bad for supporting you. Listen, when you have supporters, they're gonna handle your chat. You don't even have to pay attention to who's in the chat because your supporters are gonna get them together for you. You just keep doing what you do. I'm at 3K, Deborah Ray. Thank you. Yes, I made 3K last weekend when we went live. I think I posted a short saying that I was trying to reach 3K. I was like 15 away, and then I went live that night. By the time I went live, I was over 3K. I think I got like 40 or so that day. So yeah, I'm at like almost 3.1. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and let's get this single mother of five. I'm just a single mom, just trying to make it on YouTube. I'm raising 3 teenagers. um, and I would really love it if you could follow and subscribe to my page. But I'm at 3,093. I'll get there. It's really my goal to get to 10K before this year is over. That's a big goal. But that's why I'm stepping it up on the shorts. I got to get to 10K because I'm going to get to this affiliate marketing bag. That's why I am Mommy Money Getter. I'm going to get to the money on this social media stuff. I'm not here for kicks and giggles. Like I said, y'all my family. I love supporting you. I love the support I'm getting back. But what are we here for? We're here to win. We are here to win. Let's not lose sight of that. Let's not lose sight of why we are here. You know, a lot of us, we like doing what we do, but we also want that reward of being monetized. And we also, I mean, a lot of us work. I'm retired now. I got the retirement bag coming in. But the retirement bag is not the work bag. Okay? I'm going to need to supplement that. Okay? At the time I spend on here and putting out content, I do it because I want to have that outlet, that creative outlet, but also because I want that bag. I'm not gonna lie to you, I want that bag, and I don't mind supporting others and helping them to get that bag too. How many books do I have written? I have Baby Girl, the novel, and I have Baby Girl Part 2 and 3. That was a good, successful series for me. And then I also have Tell Me Something Good. And then I also have The End of August. Additionally, I have a poetry book out. But guys, let me tell you this. You guys are getting the first uh, you guys are hearing this first. I'm going to be in celebration of my retirement, and because I'm pivoting from the line of work I was in to being a stay-at-home mom and an authoress. Okay, I'm living out my dreams. But these books I've already written, but I feel like they need better edits, and I want to update the covers. So for the rest of the year, I'm going to be working on that. So I'll probably be changing the endings to them, but I'm definitely updating the covers and making them look way more professional than they look. Um, they, like I said, I've sold thousands of books on Amazon. I haven't really been promoting my books in the last year or so because I've been helping other authors publish their books. That's mainly what I was doing all last year, is helping others to get published. So that has been my focus. But now I want to put out another book. So I'm working on that as well as re-editing the books I have out. Absolutely. I think that if you can make money, I think that any job you have, whether it's a 9 to 5, content creation, whether it's a business, I feel like you should be able to earn a living from it, right? Because who wouldn't want to do what they love? It's one thing to work somewhere and to be able to earn an income so that you can support your family, but it's another thing altogether when you can do something that you actually love, and whether it be entertaining others or helping others. And the thing about me is that I don't mind helping other people get there too. If while I'm getting there, I can bring people with me and we can support each other. I mean, who said that? Jay-Z. He said, "You're not really a boss until you brought other people up with you," right? So I wouldn't feel successful if I just was able to make it as, say, um, a 6-figure content creator. I wouldn't feel successful if I didn't have a few people who came up with me. I feel like that's so boss. Like that's real boss. Like if you, wherever you at, like haven't you ever seen it? Like you see different businesses and then you see that it's college friends, people who met in college and they brought their crew along with them. It's a lot of people in politics that do that. Whoever they went to law school with, they're bringing them on board as their team. A lot of entertainers, they'll bring their family along with them.
There's no INT.
No, there's no INT. Absolutely. Um, you can do it with your family too, but it's even more profound if you can take like friends or even strangers. I see something in you, and I like the way you support me. I want to help you make it too, right? That is so cool and professional, unlike Peach. You know what? And that's why I try to stay away from commenting on her. But I feel like we need that other voice, right? We're almost at 40. We're at 37. Come on, guys, we can do it. We can get to 40. We need that opposite voice, right? We need that voice of reason that's going to um, be that other side of her dysfunction and her negativity. We need somebody to say to women that it's not okay to be talked to like that. Like the people that she's talking to crazy are the very people who are already being put down. Single black moms, poor single black moms, people who live in the projects. They're already pushed down in society and oppressed by society to the point where they agree with some of the rhetoric that she spits out. She's right. She's right. Black women do talk against each other. She's right. People in the projects do act like that. So what if they do or they don't? Who is she to tell anybody anything? She got all that money and she don't act any better. And she thinks she's the first person that took her kids to Disneyland. Do you know? I'm from South Central Los Angeles. I'm from the hood. I'm from the hood. I've seen so many people from South Central. When I used to go to school, my mom worked at the post office, okay? And my mom used to go to Nordstrom's. Shoot, my mom had her finger waves and her acrylics on way back then. She had her Louis and her Gucci. My mom wasn't playing with it. We had canopy beds. We had Ataris. Remember Ataris when they first came out? Shoot. And we, like I said, my mom was working at the post office. And then kids, their parents did in the projects. You think they came to school looking bummy? Please. They came to school looking like the cleaner than the Board of Health. They was already rocking name brand tennis shoes. And this is when name brand tennis shoes just start coming out, like Nike and Adidas and stuff like that. People, just because people live in the projects, that don't mean that they don't want more for themselves. That doesn't mean that they don't want better for their kids. Right? So, we don't need people talking down on us. We don't need people trying to make us feel bad. I'm a single mom. I'm a single mom. But I can guarantee you, I want what's best for my kids. And I don't sit around waiting on anybody to do anything for me. I get to it. And what I can't do, God provides. He provides for this single mom over here. He has never left me and my kids to where we didn't have nothing. I may have been low. I have been low, low. But I've been up too. I'll be like, God, for real? For real, you did that for me? I've been up. Even in this content game, I've had 5 figures in 1 month, more than I made in a year at work. And I made good money on my job. I made 6 figures as a county employee, okay? And had good benefits. But I still didn't make what I made as a content creator. Just posting something, just posting one thing took me seconds to even think about. As a matter of fact, I probably took it from somebody else and posted it and took a picture and reposted, or took an ideal and just reframed it and was able to make it shake. So that's just what I'm trying to and that's just what made me mad when she started talking about black women. I mean, I don't know why I didn't expect her to do that, because she had already disparaged her mother. You talked about your grandma, called your grandma all types of hoes and stuff, like you haven't lived life, like you haven't done things. You didn't even know who your child's father is, according to you, but you got on here talking about your mother was doing this and doing that. Shoot. What goes on behind closed doors goes on behind closed doors. And kids shouldn't be, talking about what their parents are doing. If your mom had enough respect for you to keep you out of it, why would you come on here and talk about her? That's crazy. But now, we're seeing it happen. We're seeing people, if you guys didn't pay attention to everything that's been going on the internet, we're seeing how people who put evil out into the world, and who
Can you take your glasses off?
and who and who people who say disparaging things and evil things, we're seeing how they're paying for what they do. And I hate to say that. I hate to say, oh, that's why this happened to you, or you got karma. Because you know why? I feel like everybody falls short, and if we all pay for what we do. But God, I hate saying that. And I hate when people saying that, oh, that's why this happened to you, or you did this to me. That, please, if we all pay for what we do, we would be in a world of trouble. So I don't like saying that. But I also feel like we all have consequences for our actions. That's why we have to do our best to be our best, especially towards other people. If we walk around this earth not caring about other people, not caring what we say, not caring how we make people feel, like for you to get on social media and curse God, Peach. And if she curse God, she don't care about us. But to get on here and tell that woman, I don't give a F if your son died. I don't give a F. And that woman wasn't even saying that to feel sorry for herself or ask for sympathy. She was saying it to relate to her. And instead of her relating to her, or her saying, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, and moving on, may God bless you in your time of grief. Instead of her saying that, I don't give a F. You don't have to say that. It's like, girl,
She said so hard she can't have empathy for others.
right. She said, I don't have empathy. Didn't nobody have empathy for me? If nobody had empathy for her and her kids would have been on the street. If nobody had empathy for her and them kids and would have been on the street.
Maybe somebody talked to her like that, and that's why she talking to
Nobody
others.
didn't talk to her like that. The tongue is a double-edged sword. You can speak good and you can speak evil. Right. What you reap, you will sow. Absolutely, Cancer 66. Whatever you sow, you will reap. And she's just hateful and mean. She's just hateful because I think she probably has some type of mental something or other going on. And when I say mental, I think that she has been through so much with Wood. I know women like that who are mad at the world because a man don't want them or mistreat them. That's got to be hard for her. She spent all that money on him and she's done so much for him, and deep down she know he really don't want her. She knows that. She knows that. And I know that can't feel good, but and now she's stuck. Even if she wanted to move on, even if she wanted to leave him, now they have all those children, and they gotta kind of stay together because I know he don't want to pay child support for 9 kids, and she can't raise those kids on her own. You know, if you can't be with the one you love, gotta love the one you with, right? And that's just what it is with Peach and Wood. I don't care. I couldn't have did it. I couldn't have continued to have child after child and continue to be with somebody who kept using me and abusing me. I would have to be by myself and take care of the kids I have, and move on, because she had enough money to where she could pay for a nanny, or where she could have, her mother was willing to help her. Her mother and her brothers was willing to help her. She said, well, I had to pay them $1,000. You probably offered that. And so what if your mom did ask for money? You gave it all to Wood? I love Wood though, but I love him. I don't love my mama.
Uh, the way she treated Wood, everybody gonna put themselves in their position and be like, what if I was Wood? Would she do the same to me?
Right. Shoot, men have said that. They said, shoot, if you buy me a car, I'll come over there with you. So some people have I think somebody made a song about her. They sure did say that if she buy them a car, they'll come over there with her. But I don't think they're gonna do like Wood do. Wood make mustard fried chicken and he barbecue on the grill. Wood could put things together. Wood clean the house all day. Wood do a lot for his little change he get. Mm-hmm. Shoot. It's gonna be hard to replace Wood. She mad at the world because she with a man who doesn't even like her, right? But that's another thing that she has done to herself as well, Cancer 66. She makes it impossible for him to like her, even if he wanted to like her. You done talked about his mother. You don't want him going around his family and friends. Like, what kind of person is that? You don't want him to talk about everything I'm trying to get away from. He's going back to. That is his mother and his siblings. Even if he don't hang around them every day. He don't got to hate his mom because you hate yours. And she said, well, they don't like me. And I chose him over my family. So you finally admitted that you chose Wood over your family, and you really got mad at your mom because she told what Wood did. That's what really happened. You didn't get mad at your mom for no other reason because your mom kept saying stuff about Wood and she kept being on your case about Wood. I probably wouldn't, if I love somebody and they did that to my mom, then that's it. We got to be over with. We got to be over with. And number two, I thank God that I never been with somebody that my mom didn't like or didn't like my mother. If anything, they be like, you don't talk to your mom like that. And that's why I know Wood don't have a voice. He doesn't have a voice. He don't talk because the things that she does and says, no, Like when I was married, my husband wouldn't let me do that. And even if I was with a boyfriend, I wouldn't even be with a boyfriend that was that meek and that quiet and who wouldn't lead me in the right direction. Like if you can't lead me, why would I be with you, right? I wouldn't want to be with a man that was a cuckold or uh, henpecked, is what they call him. I don't want no man like that who don't speak up or who don't say, hey, why are you talking to your mom like that, girl? You better talk. Don't talk to your disrespect your mom in front of me. Or why are you going on there talking online to people like that? I'm sitting over here watching the kids. I got the kids all day long, and you sitting at the library cutting up and acting the fool. Notice,
One not scared to put bass in their voice.
right? Like, like notice we ain't at the library no anymore. It looks like she got kicked out the library as well.
What time is it? They gotta go at 1:30.
Let me see. Let me see. It's 1:20. Like we could do a couple more, like right at 1:30. In 10 minutes, I'm about to get off, you guys. I don't think Peaches is capable of love. She's mad because she can't control him. She has to pay Will to say her right. Um, but still, like she don't have enough money to make me let her talk to my mom like that and talk about my family and tell me I can't go to a funeral because you want me to put some swings together. You equate going to my brother's funeral with you needing me to put swings together. And just before that, she was saying that Wood was helping with the kids. Wood was helping with the kids while she spent hours at the hospital. And she wanted to go to see her kid at the NICU and made him decide between going to see his father, who was on his deathbed, and her going to the NICU. Yes, her kids were fighting too and trying to, but somebody is already gone. And then he said, no, that's okay. You just going to go. And she still went. She still went. If somebody told me their father just passed, I'm not going to go to the hospital. I'm going to be like, okay, you go ahead and go. Or I'll try to figure it out some other way. That's when you call your mama and be humble and say, Mom, Wood's father has passed away. I need to go see about the babies at the hospital. Do you think that you and Ed can come over here and sit with the kids? Tracy would have loved to have done that. Tracy would have loved to have come over there and sat with them kids or had the kids come to her house. That's when you should have said, Mama, I need you. But instead of doing that, you wanted to be prideful and in control. So what you do, you said, he said, that's okay. You can still go. Oh, it is hot in here. Turn on this fan. Oh, my gosh. Like, it seemed like that fan that you got right there is hot. Do you have on the AC?
I think it's off.
I told you to turn it on. The AC does get hot.
All right.
Girl. Y'all, I'm burning up. Like, literally. Give me my water. Child. If you don't turn that AC on, it done got hot in here.
Maybe just getting hotter outside.
Yeah, turn that AC on. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna be back on here probably later on tonight. I don't know. We're gonna talk about Cardi B tonight and how spoiled her kids are. Yes, honey. Culture was giving it to her, but it's not what you think. I'm not gonna. Well, I might be a little shady because I know I got to give a little shade. I got to make this exciting. But my kids used to be just as spoiled. My kids are still spoiled, so I can't really talk. But we can ready to talk about how Cardi B's kids are spoiled as hell. It's like all she is a money. It's like a toy buyer. Like she need to get them kids together, honey, because honey, Culture was like, you bought way more toys than me, and Wade was like, I want a toy. She was like, you got all those toys at home. He was like, I still want another toy. So I'm gonna come back a little later tonight, and we're gonna get into that Cardi B tea. I'm gonna make probably my fish later and make my food. and have me a good dinner. Thank you guys. If you guys were rocking with your girl, please throw some hearts, some roses, some something. Let me know. Give me a one in the chat if you coming back for the Cardi B tea tonight. I got a video for us to react to as well. And I'm going to give my commentary on Cardi B. We're going to talk about what expectations do we have for her album that's coming on Friday. And are you buying it? Will you be supporting Cardi B? What do you guys think? That's later on tonight. Maybe, what's a good time? I know a lot of you guys are on the East Coast. A lot of you are in different cities. Um, I may or may not go at 6. I don't know. I got to think about it. Thank you, Deborah Ray, for tuning in. Thank you. If you didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button because I'm at 39. And ain't no way I can't get 40. Ain't no way. Somebody go to your other account. Oh, I got my 40? Oh, okay. I was going to say, go to your other account and hit like. You guys have been wonderful. You guys have been excellent guests. I appreciate every last one of you for tuning in and hearing me talk and uh, try to put Peach on game because she needs somebody to give her some game. I know she thinks she got it all. What she call herself, the social media fairy godmother? Not even. As if, girlfriend, you need help. You need some help for real before you lose it all, girl. And I'm praying that you don't, because them 9 kids and that husband, they need you, girl. So get it together for real, Peach. Plus, what we gonna have to talk about? I gotta find another Peach to talk about. Let me get on my Zoom and find somebody else before Peach really loses it all. Then that way we have somebody else to, react to. I'm not bullying Peach. I am not bullying Peach. Stop it. Stop it. I am not bullying no Peach. So yeah, guys. See you guys later. You guys have a good rest of your day.